Welcome to Podcastville, beautiful people. The Church of What's Happening Now is brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Listen, ever since we started this podcast, people always want to know shit. They want to hear about this or that. And this week is it. Everybody wants to know who's going to win college, who's going to win Thursday night, who's going to win Saturday late, who's going to win the family game on Sunday night. Listen, let me tell you this. Where you're betting is just as important as who you're betting on. So that's why I always tell people to go to mybookie.ag. Listen, they're solid. They've been around for a long time, and they've taken care of a lot of us. Join MyBookie, and we'll match your deposit up to 100% bonus of your first deposit up to $1,000. You follow me? Use promo code CHURCH to activate the offer. Visit mybookie.ag today and use promo code CHURCH. You play, you win, and you get paid. That's what it's all about. Kick that fucking mule, Lee. That's where I laugh. I remember back. Are you fucking kidding me?
I remember you showed me that from Syatt.
That song is 20 of life, no parole. That's when you leave the house, when you go take a motherfucker out with a skateboard. You know what I'm saying?
Remember you showed me that concert in Zaire?
Oh, please.
When he comes out, dude, that's what he opens with?
With the little fucking cape on and shit. Some black dude helping him. Tremendous. That's what I love about black people. They always help you with your cape. You know what I'm saying?
Does anyone wear a cape anymore? I haven't seen anyone.
I got to bust it out next year. But anyway, before we start the podcast, our hearts go out to South Florida. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
Cubans are there sitting there going, listen, we swam here. We could fucking make it through Hurricane Irma, whatever her name is. Get the fuck out of there now. My hearts are with you. The Cubans, oye, ponte un patín, vete pa la pinga. It's time to abandon ship. You start now, you could be in Georgia by fucking Saturday. Get the fuck out. There's not even water left at Costco in Miami. So
my dad said his friend was in a line at a gas station for 9 hours, and they just were out of gas.
And they were out of gas. Yeah, it's a night. It's no bueno. What's your dad gonna do?
He says he's fine there. He says he has the storm shutters up. He has food. He has water. He says he's gonna be fine.
He's got some hunker down. He's got some stars of death.
Oh, he's got a little of everything.
He'll sit there for a week and end up like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. You know what I'm saying? He'll stab the neighbor.
and I don't have the full details, but I tweeted it out today. JetBlue has something where they're only charging like $99 for flights to get out of Florida. So check them out, because I saw like United was charging like $6,000 or something.
Oh, that's evil.
I saw something fucked up today. Really? Delta raised their prices to Houston? Did you see that?
I saw United today from Florida. I didn't see Delta from Houston. I bet.
Like, to go to Houston, it's like fucking $9,000 and shit. People were like, shame on you, Delta.
Right?
Really? What the fuck has happened to society?
Man, dude, that's fucked up.
And they use any fucking excuse to bang me out on gasoline, don't they? Every time. First of all, they raised the price of gas 10 years ago when fuel went up because of the bomb or the war. And then they started charging me on the fucking flights for it. Then the prices went down on gas, but they continue to charge me $25 on the fucking flight.
We also hear that people always say, like, oh, the airline industry, I don't know if you remember this narrative like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Oh, they're just losing money. They're losing money. And then every flight you're on is completely full.
How the fuck do they lose money?
Right. Every flight you're on is completely full.
It's like Las Vegas. Every flight is full.
Every flight
They're throwing
is
Chinese
full.
people to put other white people in fucking seats. And every flight is full. They don't give a fuck. They throw dreamers off the plane. Now, they throw Mexicans off the plane now. You're a dreamer. Get the fuck off. You give it 2 or 3 days. You're going to see a Mexican getting dragged out of a plane by United by his feet. But I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. Not anymore, you fuck. They don't give a fuck, United. They throw everybody. You can buy a plane ticket from StubHub, and they'll throw you off those people. They're notorious.
Oh my God.
They're not hurting. They're not hurting. They're not hurting at all.
They haven't hurt in fucking 18 years, those fucking thieves.
9/11 was the only time they hurt.
Listen, bro, I travel every week, and I went off about it on the Rogan podcast, and I got 1,000 emails because people know I'm not lying. You know the reason why you can't go through TSA with water? How fucking sad is that? That a fucking human being works hard for their money, maybe bangs out 50 fucking grand a year.
Right.
They want to take their 3 kids to fucking Disneyland, and at the fucking gate they throw away your powder and they throw away your bottled water. Then when you walk in the airport, they charge you $3.49 for a little tiny fucking
sip
desert water.
Yep.
Like it's their own label. Like they get it off the plane and shit. Listen, guys, it never ends. And you know what, man? It always lands on the little guy's pocket.
Always.
You know, I look at fucking plane tickets. I look at plane tickets, dog. I look at plane tickets 3 fucking times a week to go to different places.
Yeah.
And the prices on flights are fucking ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, there hasn't been a flight I've been on in the last 2 years that it's not packed to the gills.
Every one I've been on.
To the fucking gills.
The only one that isn't if you do, like, if you go from L.A. to San Jose or some shit like that. That's it.
And listen,
that's a Southwest flight.
You could take a flight to hell and it'll be packed.
Yes.
It'll cost somebody $50 just to take that flight to get to that area.
Right.
To take a helicopter to somewhere else. It's a fucking nightmare what they're doing to people in this country. And it's the little guy that came out. Little family cannot take a vacation.
Well, like what? And we were talking about like Houston, well, like that, like the disaster stuff is terrible. But what about what they do every year? Try to fly home for Christmas. Try to fly home for Thanksgiving, and the prices are 3 times as high.
Yeah, but just say, hey, we like making money. Just be on it. Don't say, oh, we're hurting, so that's why we have to charge more for X, Y, and Z because the airline industry is not doing so well right now.
And I get what happened in Houston. I understand what happened in Houston. But the fucking Harvey hadn't even been to Houston, and they were already telling you gas prices
right.
We're going to go up. The night before fucking Harvey even hit, they were like, well, what they're really scared of is they already knew. They're at home high-fiving. Fuck yeah, Harvey came. It's another chance for us to rape these motherfuckers. Because every dime across the fucking nation, you figure, okay, so Joey, so what are you bitching about? They only raised the price of gas 11 cents. Think about that per gallon.
That's a lot of money, man.
Across the country.
That's a lot of money.
You know, I was telling these guys that there used to be a captain in the Gambinos called Mccarthy. He only reported to Paul Castellano.
Wow.
Okay. On the surface, he was on the chairman of the board of Walbaum's. You ever hear of Walbaum's, a supermarket chain in New York? He was the chairman of the board in Walbaum's. I don't know how many supermarkets they had across the country, or across the East Coast, or across New York, okay? He was the chairman of the board. This guy, if you saw a picture of Pat Conte from the Gambinos, you go, Joey, he's not a gangster.
Right.
He was one of the biggest heroin the Gambinos had, dealers. But he was such a professional. He made millions off it. Castellano knew it. Castellano took his envelopes, and he played it off like... So what this guy's biggest scam was, he went into every Walbaum's and built an extra aisle, a checkout aisle. Like nobody knew nothing. Like one day I'm the general manager of Walbaum's, and you come in with a construction suit and go, how you doing? Did you get the memo from headquarters? No, what memo? We're building a new checkout line to relieve. And the guy's like, okay. And all of a sudden they come in with paperwork, and you have the official Walbaum station. Pat Conte did that. Let's pretend they had 15 supermarkets, which we know we didn't.
Probably way more. Right?
Way more.
Yeah.
That last line, that aisle number 13 that he put, went directly in his pocket. At all 15 supermarkets.
And they never closed that lane. That lane was always open.
That lane was always
open 24 hours.
24 hours. Like the 7 lane to go through.
Yeah.
And that one on the other side.
Yep.
You know how much that guy
That light was always on.
Castellano thought he was getting money from that 13th lane at 25 supermarkets.
Right.
He was really giving them heroin money. Wow. Castellano knew it was heroin money.
Sure.
So that's just to let you know what a percentage of a percentage does.
It's
because when you have a little percentage, you say to yourself, Joy, but I got 1.5 points. That's fine. But if you got 100 of those restaurants and you make 1.5 points, that's a different fucking story.
If you own every gas station and you're charging 11 cents more per gallon,
fuck yeah,
man.
There's a pretty cool series on Netflix that I watched. It's called like Underworld Inc. And I watched one today about like the pirate trade, like the pirates in like Asia and Africa.
So you had time to watch Underworld Inc., but you didn't watch Narcos again to support Gabriel Iglesias.
Hey, come on.
For the fucking 8th time, I told you.
Yes.
This is what I'm talking
true.
about. You see what I'm saying?
You try everything, buddy.
I lead him to water,
I'm going to watch.
What else can you do? I mean, at this point.
His girlfriend won't let him watch him without him.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you believe this?
Jesus.
Thousands of couples watch shows together.
But that don't matter. You tell her I watched the first 2 or I had to sit here and watch Underworld Inc. about some fucking African pirates robbing ships.
The 14th
I could have
century.
been watching Gabriel and sent him a mail and said, Gabriel, you hit it out of the fucking park. But no, I waited a week to watch fucking Narcos by myself. And you've had 92 hours sitting around to watch.
Why don't you just
Narcos.
lie and
say I watched it? Who gives a fuck?
Because who wants to watch it twice?
Who gives a fuck?
Just make her happy.
At least you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Who minds waiting?
Gabriel's your buddy. Support the
Then you could
guy.
also act like you're the smartest guy on earth and tell her what you think is going to happen before it happens, and you look like a genius.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Come on, man.
I think Gabriel's doing okay.
You had the audacity to watch Underworld Inc.
Yeah, it's good.
About pirates and
Hey,
shit.
wait a minute. Can I get selfish for a minute? My fucking hour is
Yeah,
on Netflix.
his
Lee.
hour's on
I got a
Netflix.
Netflix on hour.
Did you watch it?
Did you watch that?
No, you got time to watch Underworld fucking pirates. This is what I gotta deal with. This is what I gotta deal with.
Who knew?
I've seen every movie you're in, Joey. I go to the theater.
For a week, I've been telling them, look, put fucking Narcos on and watch Gabriel.
I'm gonna watch it.
But God forbid the boss found out. He coming to work tomorrow with a black eye and shit. With an arm sling, like Luca from fucking The Chick Upstairs. What's that song she sang?
My name is Suzanne Vega. My
Suzanne
name
Vega's
is Luca.
nephew over here.
I live on the second floor.
I live upstairs from you.
Some kind of trouble. Just don't ask me what it was.
Oh shit! These stars are hitting me.
Oh shit!
Fucking Luca.
I have a new nickname every show. It's not Smush, it's Luca.
No, it's not Smush. It's Mush, cocksucker.
Whatever. Smush, Mush.
Not Smush. Mush.
It's the same one. We'll change it to Smush.
Mush is better. Oh my God! You see what I got to deal with? I've tried everything.
You see what I got to deal with?
I've tried everything. Psychotherapy. Next, I just got to do it like Cuban style. I got to take 2 guys to kidnap them. I'm gonna get 2 of those black pirates from Underworld to take you out to Santa Monica.
There's
show
Asian
you.
pirates too.
Yeah, I know they got all types of pirates.
I wanted to see Gabe on Narcos, but there was a documentary about the Spanish missions in California in the 1400s.
They'll tie your hands behind your back and show you into the mouth of a fucking hammerhead and say the next time you fuck up, this is your fucking face.
Yeah, but I learned a long time ago, Lee, don't fall. Just lie. Just, I haven't seen it yet.
That's
it, though.
We waited 4 days.
Let me tell you a true story about something. Let me tell you a true story about something. Let me tell you how bad that is. Let me tell you why I'm busting Lee's balls.
Right.
I have a very, 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 very dear friend. And he grew up with a very, very, very dear friend. And they stayed friends for 30 years. And one night, these 2 guys went to play golf or some shit where they had to hang out together. And they got bored and they went to a movie. And the next day they woke up. And the one guy told my friend, who you can't say something like this to him.
Oh, no.
He said, do me a favor. No, he didn't say nothing to him. I guess they went home and the 2 wives got together. And the movie came up. And she goes, the movie was great. My husband went to see it. Yeah, with your husband. And she goes, he would never do something like that.
Oh, it's not that serious.
He would never, ever do something like that. Go see a movie like that without me. He must have lied to me. So she went home.
Oh, shit.
And he denied it.
Oh, fuck.
And now today, two childhood friends don't talk.
Because of that one thing.
Because of that lie.
Jesus Christ.
Childhood
was
friends.
it a good movie?
15 years.
Yeah, it was at least
15 years they haven't spoken.
At least
And every time I
nominated?
talk to one, I go, really, guys?
Wow. They blame each other?
The wife looked at the other wife and said, he knows better than to do something like that.
Damn.
That's how bad it got.
Jesus Christ. It's a who gives a shit?
Bro,
It's a movie.
that's how it starts with this fucking little thing here, right here.
Yeah.
What little thing? She didn't. It's not like she told me I couldn't watch it.
Oh, please. Don't lie to us.
I'm not.
She
Who's
fucking
lying?
took you in the corner and grabbed you by the throat and pointed at you.
Just don't ask me what it was.
I swear to God, that's a true story, and they still don't talk after all.
To this day.
Over a stupid.
Did they get divorced or something? Like why?
No.
I bet the
They're
wife
two
said you
friends.
can never talk
No,
to
I
him
understand
again.
that, but
the
she-
one wife
but
said you
did-
can't never talk to him again.
Oh Jesus!
And dudes listen.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't.
Over a fucking movie.
Over a movie. God damn. Well, who gives a fuck? What do you give a shit? Come on. Get the fuck out of here. Who cares?
We live in a world.
Just
of
watch it again.
mediocrity.
Just go watch it with him again. Big fucking deal. It's not that
I
hard.
could watch if something's good.
Yeah, I'll watch it 5
I'll
times.
watch it 4 times.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Because
not
I
in a
want to
row.
watch the. Oh, please!
Do you know how many
I
times
want to watch the
Goodfellas?
acting. I want to
Raging
watch
Bull?
the lyrics. I want. You'll sit there every night and watch that Parks and Rec over and over again.
Oh, God.
With your girlfriend. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
man.
You were watching it a couple weeks ago when I called. That's
No,
a
it
repeat.
wasn't.
Yes, it was. Don't tell me you weren't. I called. I go, what are you doing? I'm watching
When did I
Parks and
ever?
Rec.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I
No,
can't do that.
please. No,
do that.
please. The boss.
You watch a
That's
series
the boss's
once.
show.
It's
That's the boss's show, you know.
The boss.
can
The,
never
That's
do
the
that
boss's
shit.
the boss
shit.
is and
No.
millions of other people. But
That is that show. Talk about the softest shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, please.
Right? Like, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. But I'm the same way. Like Goodfellas, I'll watch 40 times.
I'll watch those movies.
Raging Bull, dude. I'll watch Raging
I
Bull
would
every
rather
night.
watch something that's spectacular.
Right. 40
than
times.
something new that came out that's garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't even waste my fucking time
Yep.
with it. I wouldn't even, if it's on HB fucking O, I won't even watch it. I'd rather watch something that I'm going to get a value out of, that I'm going to get an emotion out of,
Yeah.
that I'm going to learn an acting move out of. You know, listen, man, let's be honest. I watched The Godfather 80 times.
Oh, man.
And every time I watch it,
You learn something new.
I learn something new.
Every
I get a little
fucking
piece,
time.
a line, a mannerism, something Michael said, So I can't imagine when I see a great piece like this shit that you thought was great, like Miami Vice, the TV show.
Sure.
You put Miami Vice on, you're like, where's the gun? Where's the fucking gun? I'm gonna shoot myself. Like, I really watched this shit. Like, the first 2 seasons were very intriguing.
They were
Miami
great the
Vice.
first 2 seasons.
After that, it was like 1 episode per season was brilliant.
Yeah.
Everything else was garbage. I watched those over and over to learn something, learn something about the directing, to look at the editing, which I don't know about, but I know when something's clunky. You ever watch something, you're like, Jesus, this is fucking clunky. Get the fuck out of here. I never really got sold on the moving cameras yet. That new style,
God,
it's very chic and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't like that no either. That's
It's very rare when it works. Sometimes it's okay, but it's rare.
You know, I hate
It's
that
rare.
move around,
Yeah,
that whole.
yep.
And a guy like me would enjoy the rawness of it.
Right.
They're just doing it now to be cute. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even raw.
Right.
They're doing it now just to be cute and shit like that. So
Yeah, like imagine let's just Goodfellas for example. The what's so funny about me scene, like that was perfect with just that stationary. Let's just hang on this dude the whole time. You know what I mean? The camera's just in one fucking place, right on Joe Pesci. It cuts once to see Ray Liotta, but then it's just it works way better. That's way more intense than had it been fucking jerking around the whole table. No, it's way better. That scene is way more intense just by you just hang on him. Like you just watch him get angry. You just watch him slowly get. and you're like, whoa, is this guy for real or not? Like that's why it's one of the best scenes ever. You know,
like I haven't watched The Sopranos now for about a year. I tried to watch one about 3 months ago, and I'm like, ugh, I can't watch this.
Really?
Yeah, it's got to be like another 8 months, and then I'll start from scratch, and I'll fucking drool as I'm watching.
Right.
I'll drool at Gandolfini as I'm watching them at the fucking. You know, it's funny because there was a thing 2 days ago that's it with Columbus Day.
Yeah.
No more Columbus Days in California as a nationwide.
They're
gonna call it like Inca,
Inca
Indigenous Day and shit. They got a bunch of Indians with arrows. It's fucking tremendous. Mexicans are pissed on the other side. They wanted the corn. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to show up with the corn, but the Indians on Indigenous Day said no. The corn belongs to us. So that's already a beef. That's a complete different beef.
Right.
Because these Indians and these Mexicans in Southern California, they're going to go to war any fucking day now. The Mexicans are on edge. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Indians are like, we were the original dreamers.
What Indians? Like the San Manuel?
Yeah, they were the original dreamers. And you guys came and took the fucking label.
They could be like, hey, you white motherfuckers were the first dreamers.
Yeah.
Oh, like, no. This was our
place. It's going to get crazy. And that is something that, listen, whatever. Columbus beat up Indians. What are you going to do? So did everybody else. Just leave it there. You fucked up. Now you want to sit. Now these white people, these care leaders, they don't want Columbus because he killed. Hey, listen, Columbus destroyed Cuba.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
What do you think he went first?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think those fucking savages went first?
Yeah.
He destroyed, the guy's name was Hatuey, Hatuey. One of the best malters. There's El Sol and Hatuey. That's the best one. I'm an Hatuey type of dude and shit.
Oh, shit.
So he fucking went and killed all those Indians first.
Right.
Then he came up here, or it's vice versa. I don't, hey, listen, I got to be in fucking history. What do I know? But I'm telling you that he went to Cuba first or second. He destroyed a bunch of things. But listen, bro, you were already fucked up. And in the first grade, you taught us he discovered America. And I'm not even Italian. I'm sticking up for the guy because it's too late. You fucked up. You didn't do the background check. Oh, my God. What are you going to come up with in 10 years? That Lincoln was really a pimp?
Right.
And that he had black hoes? What are you going to come up with? If you turn this decision, that means that every 6 weeks,
they got to uncover someone else.
Some white dude's going to come out and go, what about George Washington?
Come on.
He was getting his dick sucked.
He got slaves.
10 black
Get him
slaves.
out of here. Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yep.
So this is what this is going to start. They don't understand. These people are going to look at wait till they start with Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know there's 10 white dudes fucking doing a background check on Martin Luther King right now and saying he didn't really march. He had those gel soles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He was gelling. He wasn't marching. He was gelling.
He wasn't marching. So you never fucking know. That's why you can't overturn these type of shit.
Right.
Because now they got president. What are they going to do about the 4th of July? When they realize on the 4th of July they burned 25 black dudes and 3 Mexicans and fucking... What are they going to do? They're going to turn that to the 5th of July? This is not going to fucking stop. This is why I told Lee last week. We might as well change Hanukkah.
What?
We told... Did I not tell you last week we got to change the Jew holiday?
I don't think so.
Yes, I did. Remember we were laughing here? We were at that fucking hot. I told you that. Whatever. What's the other one? Yom Kippur.
Passover.
Yom Kippur is this week or next week? What's next week?
Probably Yom Kippur or
next
Rosh
week.
Hashanah.
There's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's when it should start straight through fucking New Year's because then I tell you overpower everybody. You guys, you show up here, you show up there.
Right.
You show up here. Look at the fucking the Catholics. The Catholics start on the 25th, then they go to the 26th or whatever, the 24th.
Yeah, we go off the real calendar.
But then we go fucking
you guys
March.
just made up a calendar.
Shots fired.
Then we go March through April to fucking 6 weeks. So we dominate some. You guys take 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Just start fucking September 12th and go straight to the 26th.
Straight till New Year's.
And compete with the fucking Catholics. That's what I would do.
I bet you we're just going to be
I'll bring it up at the next Jewish council or something.
Dude, in 10 years, money is just all going to be Special Olympians. They're going to get rid of all the presidents. It's just going to be Special Olympic kids. That's going to be on every $20 bill, on every $100 bill. It's just going to be some kid who won the 3-legged race at the Special Olympics. Like, we got no dirt on this guy. We have no dirt on this guy. We cannot dig up anything on this dude.
What was the kid? There was a kid in North Bergen I grew up with, and he had a name. He was one of those kids that he got stuck in his mother's pussy. So they had to use one of those forks to take his head out.
The tongs. The jaws of life.
His head
They got the jaws of life.
What was his name? Vinny Warhead. They used to call him his name. So they called him Vinny Warhead on the street. He was a little bit of a tart, but he was okay. He had a little drool to him and shit. So he wanted to be a fireman. That was his dream. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a fireman. So they wouldn't make him a fireman, so they made him a volunteer fireman. But they gave him like a shield just to like appease him and shit.
Hat, they gave him
like,
the hat.
No, the hat wouldn't fit.
I was gonna say, would the helmet fit?
That was the problem. They had to give him like a Halloween hat. Like a witch's hat. So it could, if he got hit in the head with a brick, it would hurt him. So he sued the town of North Bergen because they wouldn't make him. He got his fucking diploma, but he sued the town of North Bergen because they wouldn't make him a fireman because they couldn't find a helmet to fit his head. So Vinny Warhead said, "Fuck it." They gave him a little money to go away. So when Vinny,
paid him off.
They paid him
They
off.
gave him the Michael Jackson money. They gave him the Michael
They gave
Jackson.
him like $25,000 to get a bicycle and a dog.
That's
a
it? Just
service dog.
$25,000?
I swear to my mother's grave.
That's all it takes to
So
give
he
up
was-
your dream.
So he was a volunteer fireman. They thought he would forget all about it, but
Right.
he was showing up at the fires. So about a month
He
into,
wasn't even going in on the trucks. He would just show
no.
up.
He would just show up with like a truck with lights on it and shit. And then after a year, he started lighting his own fires.
Oh no!
Just to put him out, just to have something to do.
No, and he would call the fire department, and before they get there, he'd come out running from the trees, and he'd go, "I should be a fireman," with his little witch hat on. He'd be yelling with his little witch hat on, "I'm a better fireman than you guys. I got here before you, and I don't even have a house and a ladder with a speaker." Dog, I think he killed himself. They fucking arrested him and shit,
Jesus.
and poor little Vinny Warhead iced himself. I think. I don't know the whole story.
But put him on.
Were you too old for Vinny Warhead? Oh, okay.
But put him on the 20. See, put him on the 20.
Oh, we put him on a 5. No, Vinny Warhead.
Vinny Warhead goes on the penny, I think.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Here's
here's a true
3.
story about Vinny Warhead out of MB, New Jersey and shit.
Here, go to Yum Yum Donuts. Here's 3 warheads.
Yeah.
Here's 3 warheads. This should get you This should get you a baker's dozen. Here's 3 warheads.
Oh my God, these are fucking true stories. Vinny fucking Warhead. When I was in Stress Factory one time, it was a Thursday night, like the opening.
Oh
night,
yeah.
and I got high and I was just chucking stuff out, man.
Yeah.
And I was saying
Thursdays
something.
can sometimes be the best nights of the week. You ever notice that?
Listen to me, bro. I was saying something, and about 60 of my friends were there, and they were on this side. And I swear to God, I go, I don't give a fuck what neighborhood you're from,
Yeah.
Every neighborhood has one retard. And right there, that name came up, and I go to the North Bergen guys. I go, in North Bergen, we have Vinny Warhead, and just the name Warhead made them all fall out. I had forgotten all about it. Listen, I haven't thought about Vinny Warhead since I left high school.
Right,
And then somebody told me the story.
Right.
How he sued the town. They couldn't find the helmet. And then he started lighting his own fires and telling the fire department they were slipping and shit.
It's like those triple runs. You see all that shit too, dude. Did you ever do like? Did you avoid the triple runs or did you do
Bro,
them?
triple runs is how you learn how to do comedy.
Yeah, I
In
agree.
my world, triple is comedy 101 because you learn everything all in one day. You learn how to drive,
how to
you learn how
deal
to
with
drive without
hecklers.
insurance.
Yes.
You learn how to do
Oh my
comedy in front of
God.
Mormons. You learn how to stretch on $50 for 9 nights.
4 nights of you have $10.
You learn how to live outside. You learn how to prepare your car
Oh man.
for long rides.
Isn't that amazing? Like I
you-
never. It was how I became an expert on my car just doing triple runs. I was like, oh, okay. This. Yeah. It was
No, you don't even need to
fascinating.
be a mechanic.
Nope.
You learn all these. Like I had a fucked up radiator. So I could either drop the $300 for the radiator,
Right.
or put that bottle of pellets in it every time it started smoking. I had a box of pellets in my trunk. You understand me? I seen Stanhope's travel car, and he had a stick across the back seat, and he hung his clothes on there.
Yeah.
So when I went back to Boulder, I did the same thing a week later.
Fuck yeah.
So I had a 4-seat car with the fucking curtains in
Yeah.
the back of the clothing.
And you got the whole week.
I put a pillow back there. I had fucking a blanket back there. I had on one side I had like something out. Like every part of the car was utilized.
Served a purpose. It served a purpose.
It was the first time in my life that I learned every part of a car is utilized. That side door pocket, this door pocket, the thing that you pull in the middle of the back seat and stick your hand into the back, just in case I would sleep in the trunk and I could get back into my car. Because you got to think of shit like that when you're on a fucking bus.
Why would you sleep in the trunk?
I don't know. Maybe there's a rapist at the fucking bus station. He's got a big dick and, I don't know. You just think about these things.
I remember a road comic one time told me when I was doing one of the treble runs, he said, because one that had to stop and just sleep out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you got to sleep
And
nowhere.
he goes, go to Toys R Us, get a toy gun that looks, and just wear a hoodie and just put it in a thing so people think you're packing so they don't fuck with you. Like you learn all those crazy tricks just to how not to get robbed. You know what I mean? Like when you sleep out in the middle of nowhere.
Not to get robbed. How not to have people come up to you and ask you to suck their dick
right,
at those bus stations.
Right. Oh, God,
Let me tell you something.
Creepy.
All those truck stations, all those trucks, there's those truck stops where you pull out and it's just trucks go this way.
Yep.
And
cars
go that
There's
way.
more pimps than Vegas in
Well,
those
one
places,
day
dude.
I took a truck route. I said, I was high.
I've done that too.
I've been driving 11 hours.
Yeah.
Kelly, it gets fucking long. And I went that way, and there was a spot, and I parked in there. Within 3 minutes, I had one young guy walk past the car twice, and then he disappeared, and then this dirty white chick walked by.
Yes.
Then she disappeared. Then a black guy came by.
Those are all prostitutes.
All prostitutes.
They were just looking to see what you like?
And they have showers in there.
Yes.
No, those are the ones where there's just a bathroom, a soda machine,
Yeah. Well,
and peanuts and shit.
Because Lee, on the truck lanes, most of those 18-wheelers, it's like a moving studio apartment.
Yeah, they have to
so
sleep there at
they
night,
just do all their business in the truck. They don't even have to go into the showers. They can, the prostitutes, they just hop into the truck with them. They just do their business in the truck, and then that's it. I've talked to so many truck drivers doing the road, and listen to them too. They'll give you tips. You know what I mean? They know all the just the creepy shit. It's fascinating, man. It's like a whole nother underworld.
I don't think I've never spoken in all those triple runs. And what was the guy out of Texas?
C.W. Kendall.
C.W. Kendall.
Dude, yeah.
Dana and Doug McGraw.
Dana and Doug McGraw, Nebraska.
Out of all those people, I don't think I went back to, for me to survive, I had to go back to how I acted in Jersey. What the fuck are you looking at?
Right, dude.
Tally.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck with people in those train stations.
No way.
I didn't fuck with people at bus stations.
You ever,
I looked straight ahead and I mind my own business. I didn't know nothing.
Remember taking Greyhounds to gigs and you would have to sit there and dude, because Greyhound stations are free for alls.
It's a fucking junk.
You'll see a knife fight. I mean, you'll just see, and you just have to pretend you didn't see anything. You just keep your mouth shut, mind your own business, and let it happen, and just walk onto the bus when it's time. It is fucking insane, those places, dude.
My favorite, I never took a Greyhound bus in my fucking life. I moved to Los Angeles, and there was a club in El Paso called the Comic Strip.
Yes.
And he would call you the Monday afternoon before the Tuesday show at 8.
Hey, can you make it?
And ask you if you wanted a week there. Now, any motherfucker knows. And he would pay you $300 to MC.
Yeah. Which is not bad MC money back then.
The ticket was $180.
Yeah.
So you made $120 for fucking from Tuesday through Saturday. You fucking crazy?
Yeah.
You had to take the bus. Yep. So I used to take the bus. It left here Monday night at 11 o'clock at night, and there was the express. And it got you into El Paso at 1 in the afternoon.
1 after, I say, yeah.
That's all it takes? Just 13 hours?
That's it.
But the express, they don't do, because most Greyhounds will stop at every little town. Express is just go. Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal because the midway point is 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you got on the bus at 11. By the time it took off was 11:30. Midway point is 6. Let me tell you something. You think you could sleep? You can't sleep on a fucking bus because you're thinking that motherfucker's going to tip over.
You probably fall asleep an hour before you stop.
An hour before you stop. Then you go out.
They're not smooth rides.
Then you eat the worst food in
ever.
the world.
God, those fucking bus station restaurants.
Jesus Christ.
Well, now they have AC. Did they have AC back then?
Well, they had AC.
Oh, they always have AC.
But the problem is the food. It's still garbage. It's still brutal.
No, that shit's brutal. And then you got to El Paso, and then on the way back, you did it with blow. I would take a little bit of blow back with me. And I remember that first time, some guy gave me a gram of Coke, and I fucking held on to it to bring it back to L.A. to show these suckers what cocaine really was. And I fucking get on the bus. I sit in the back. the feature actors in the back. I think I featured the first time.
Right.
And the headliner was in the back. He was a black dude. I think he's still around. And I sat by myself. He was clean and sober.
He took the bus too.
He took the bus also. He got me the gig in El Paso.
Because Bart probably called him the day before also.
Roger Paul.
Roger Paul, yeah.
Bart called Roger Paul. Roger Paul called him.
Wow.
The guy called me.
Memories.
I took a less than what I was supposed to.
Sure.
Just for my first week entry.
Yep.
That's when they were up the corner from Taco Cabana.
Yep.
And they had the condo where people would just knock on your door. Hi, I hear there's the comedy condo. You want a party? And you're like,
it was crazy.
It was crazy. People would just knock on your door.
That would never happen now. It was amazing, man. It was,
and they would bring blow over, and women would come over and go, yeah, we would just want to party.
There's always chicks at that condo.
Have you been in movies? They would just ask. You could tell them whatever.
Yep.
You could tell them whatever story you want.
Yeah.
I was in the Titanic.
I was Eddie Munster.
That was me, Eddie Munster.
I was Eddie Munster.
Yeah. It was crazy. But on that, I never forget that fucking bus ride back. I did 2 bumps of coke, and I was on fire. But we weren't even out of El Paso 30 minutes, and I was already drawn. And I had a 13 fucking hour bus ahead of me.
Jeez.
But this coke was on fire. It was 1998, and it was still glass coke. It was glass like the way it was in the 80s. I was going to savor that shit. And, man, I couldn't do it. I started doing little bumps, and finally they pull over immigration stop. And they come on with the dogs to see if you had coke. And I took that whole package and did it in one fucking line. And by the time they got back to me, I had my T-shirt off. And I was just sitting there sweating up a storm, like with a look on my face, like I was guilty as fuck. Even the dog was looking at me like this motherfucker.
I know you. I know you.
He goes, I ain't going to fucking bark. But I know you did something, cocksucker. I was fucked up. I did that whole package in one line. I sweat for like 4 hours straight.
Damn.
All the way to Tempe, I sweat.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. Those are horrible bus runs.
Yeah, triple runs were nightmares, man.
I used to know that. And then from there, I would take the bus to Dallas.
To do which one?
No, to connect to Dallas. And I'd take the express to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Because in those days, Dallas to New York was like
110 maybe?
Oh,
less?
On the bus, it was $49.95.
Wow, yeah.
That's why, because I knew I'd get a gram of coke for $35.
Yeah.
So I'd say, what do I want to do? Do I want to fucking fly there and only get 1 gram? Or I could take the bus and do 3 grams. I'll take the bus and do 3 grams and shit.
Dude.
Forget it. And I would take the bus to Port Authority.
Yeah.
Get off, call my friend Rego or Lubes. They'd pick me up. We'd go right to the man's house. We'd pick up a package, go over to George Washington Bridge. I'd stay there for a couple of days. I'd feature at Rascals, or I'd feature at Rascals down the shore.
Yeah.
And then from there, I would go to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And then from Myrtle Beach, I would go to fucking Jacksonville. No, I only went to Jacksonville one time to the hotel with the Friday night all-you-can-eat
seafood.
Dude. Then your asshole bleeds till Monday.
What was the Roger Paul room in Poughkeepsie? Was that Bananas?
Bananas in Poughkeepsie.
That was the one that was in the hotel, right?
It was in a hotel.
Yeah.
And they always put you up, but they put you up downstairs.
Downstairs! Yes!
Lee,
yes!
Let me tell you something.
Was that what the room was for? Why was there a room in the basement?
I love cold weather.
Me too. I love the cold.
But you have no idea what it was in that basement hotel room.
Brutal.
On a Saturday morning at 9 when you had to get up to pee.
You're freezing.
And the heat was on till fucking 90.
Yeah.
And you're still blowing smoke.
Yep.
That's how cold it was up there.
Fuck yeah.
And let me tell you what there was, Lee. You walked downstairs and they had the worst hotel diner you ever ate out of your life.
And that was the one that had the all-you-can-eat seafood?
No,
that was in Jacksonville.
That was Jacksonville.
Okay,
this is up in upstate.
These people did you a favor. You should have hung out there. They gave you 25% off to eat there.
Yeah.
If you were a comedian. It was 25% closer to your debt. And then the only thing you had was 30 yards that was next to a gas station. That was it. That was your Poughkeepsie.
Yep.
That was it. If you didn't have a car,
oh god,
that was your weekend.
You were fucked if you didn't have a car.
And there was no fucking buffets in those days. Like you woke up in the morning, and you went downstairs and you gave them $11.95, and you got a little bit of Rice Krispies, you got some oatmeal, 3 pieces of bacon, you got the sausage.
I remember when that breakfast used to be good. The last couple places that I've gone, and they've been like chain hotels, some of them that have had like the free breakfast in the morning. Like you can't even eat. Like, the eggs are like. I had one place that was taking hard-boiled eggs and just chopping them up and being like scrambled eggs.
Oh, brutal. Yeah. Some of those hotels.
Let me explain something to you guys. Something real quick, and this is for people who don't know, for people who travel a lot. The hotel breakfast is not meant for you.
Right.
To go downstairs and eat like a fucking king. If you go to a hotel, and again, this is no offense to nobody and no nationalities. I'm just telling you how it is, okay? If you go to a hotel and you smell basil and what's that other shit?
Curry.
I'm not assuming any nationalities here involved.
Not at all.
Those are fucking powdered eggs like a motherfucker.
The Irish make a great
I don't
curry.
want you to go downstairs and feed your fucking kids those eggs like there's nourishment, okay? That breakfast at the hotel is to hold you over till you could go to a civilized organization
And get a real meal.
So that's
a civilized organization?
That's
so
the problem
true.
you got right there. Okay. So if you people who travel and go, well, the breakfast gave me, my hemorrhoid came back. Sure, because you went downstairs and you thought it was beefsteak Charlie. It ain't beefsteak Charlie. It is just meant to get you to the next meal up the corner.
Yep.
So if you go to Jersey, you're not going to Jersey to eat the scrambled eggs at the hotel on White.
Oh,
no,
I never do that.
you're going downstairs at 7 when you wake up. Right after you eat your wife's fucking asshole for breakfast, you tell her, I'm going to go downstairs. You make the coffee in your room, but you go downstairs, you get a little cup of oatmeal,
Yeah.
and maybe some Rice Krispies, and you bring them up to your room. You don't
Never sit there and eat with them.
No, that's
You
scary.
don't eat the bagel unless it's New Jersey or New York or Boston. Stay away from the bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Those bagels are Fanuc bagels. Those bagels are Staminka bagels. Those bagels are, as they say in the movies, Fugazis. Don't touch the bagel, all right? Stick to the fucking Cheerios.
Oh, shit.
The fucking, the Special K.
That's safe.
You know, I'll tell you what. Those powdered eggs I won't touch. But if I see a hard-boiled egg, listen. If it buys me an hour and I don't get car sick, I take 2 pieces of white bread, I put it in the toaster, I kill that motherfucking bread with that packaged butter, and I take that fucking hard-boiled egg and I cut it into slices like a little fucking savage. You eat that with a bowl of Cheerios, nothing bad could happen to you.
Yeah.
Remember one thing, you can eat a cow's asshole and eat a bowl of Cheerios and you're balanced out for the day. If you're looking for a yin to your yang, Cheerios always balances you out. What's the number one seller of Cheerios?
Honey Nut?
No, Honey Nut is what you... Honey Nut is... I can't even tell you. My niece is here what a Honey Nut is.
You don't like Honey Nut?
I love Honey Nut.
Yeah, Honey
No,
Cheerios.
you eat the fucking regular ones.
Yeah, regular Cheerios, man.
You eat the regular Cheerios and it lowers your cholesterol.
I didn't know that. Well,
Yeah,
I thought
and your
maybe
blood pressure.
Honey Nut did the
Oats,
same thing.
that's what oats does to you.
Oh, okay.
It naturally lowers it and shit. It's like, I don't want you to go eat 22 slices of bacon and a fucking half a cow and then eat a bowl of Cheerios and come to me and say, Joey, I got a heart attack. No. I'm talking about if you eat a fucking decent breakfast every day like oatmeal.
Yeah.
And that, see, oatmeal supposedly sucks something out of your bloodstream. Cholesterol out of your bloodstream also.
It's good for you, man. Fuck yeah.
I can't stand oatmeal.
It's not bad.
Sure, why would you? You like hummus? Well, I'm surprised you don't eat a hummus for breakfast.
I have.
Now, do you ever eat Cheerios for breakfast?
Yeah, of course.
With milk, just Cheerios and milk.
Well,
no sugar, no ice cream.
No bullshit.
Ice
Don't do
cream.
it.
When would I have ice cream for breakfast?
Lee, nothing that you do surprises me anymore. From
That's
the
true.
Narcos to the Korean
From the
sandwich.
Can anyone pull up? I wish I had the episode with the Orange is the New Black, just to see. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really eat a lot of cereal for breakfast.
It could be good. It has its moments, man.
I love cereal. There's
Yeah,
nothing wrong
fuck
with
yeah,
it.
Oh,
dude.
shit.
I'm
Look at
just-
this.
Uh-oh.
There's your boy at 18.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that.
Eating cereal?
Look at that. That's
No,
great,
Jesus Christ,
man.
Show it to Lou. Show it to Lee.
I see it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yes, I see it.
Look at that. I thought that was a hat.
No, that's my hair, you fuck. That's when I had the Jufro. and
From
shit.
far away, I thought it was a
That's
hat.
great,
It looked-
dude.
How was that for
It looked
you?
like
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's badass,
When did you
man.
get that?
Just now.
Someone just sent it to you?
Yeah. No, I just fucking the blue bird of happiness and the CIA just dropped off an envelope.
I know.
Do you see what I got to deal with? Do you understand?
You have pictures on your phone. I'm asking if you got it like now, or if someone just randomly texted you during the podcast. He's telling me now how texting works.
I'm not telling you nothing. I don't tell you anything. I'm just telling you that the bluebird of happiness just happened to be flying.
I can use the bluebird of happiness right now.
Just fluttered in.
Oh, you need a lot of things, cocksucker.
I do.
Just fluttered in.
The Twitter bird.
Nobody brightens my day like Lee. Nobody. He keeps me bro. He doesn't understand it. He thinks I pay him for the podcast. I don't pay him for the podcast. I pay him for entertainment.
His company.
I pay him for entertainment just to get his. I'm thinking of starting a business. I got the idea from him. He calls me to aggravate me every day. I'm gonna call people to brighten their day. I also provide that service too. If you want somebody to call you to aggravate you, I got the perfect fucking guy.
I get the first 10% though, right?
Yeah.
You get nothing. I thought of this cocksucker.
I'm the inspiration.
You might be the inspiration, but you're an employee. Let me get a fucking paper towel. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital again tonight.
You all right?
What
happened, man?
Go to my dentist tomorrow. He has the laser.
Shit.
That laser don't fucking work.
Yes, it does. My tongue didn't bleed.
Listen to what I'm gonna go home and do. I got a fucking tube of crazy glue at my house.
Oh,
right
Jesus.
now.
Don't put crazy glue
Yeah,
in your mouth,
in your
Joey
mouth,
Diaz.
Joey. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
That's so toxic.
Bro, I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey.
That doesn't matter.
I swam in the Hudson.
Okay.
I ate a fucking eel's heart one time that my friend Mike caught.
R.I.P. Joey Diaz.
Some crazy glue in your mouth ain't shit, huh?
Right on your tongue, dog.
Ain't shit.
I think I licked a black chick's tit one time at the Peep Show in New York for a quarter. You know what I'm saying?
They let you lick for a quarter?
For fucking $10.50, they let you finger him and have a kid.
No way.
They'll have you a kid for $50.
For $100, they let you watch a movie before them. For $100, you get to watch Narcos.
Those people,
and not a documentary.
I don't think I ever sucked a fucking black chick's tit at a fucking Peep Show. You know me. When I was young and I would go to Peep shows, I was still petrified of pussy and
yeah, sure.
You know,
how old were you? They let you get had you just sneak in, break in, and shit. They didn't give a fuck.
Listen, if you ran by the big guy at the door,
yeah.
he'd go, "Hey, you come back." If you came back, you're an asshole. He wanted you to go in there. They want you to get tempted and go home and fuck your cousin and fuck the neighbor.
Because you're in for life.
Yeah, you're in for life.
You're in for life.
That was their job.
Yeah.
In the 70s, when you walked up 88th,
He's up on the kids. He's up on the
42nd Street.
Yeah.
I was there. It's like the fucking cigarette companies.
Right.
They want 14
They want
year-olds
kids
to smoke.
Right.
They're over there passing out cigarettes at the library and shit.
Oh, shit.
The good old days.
They're over there passing out cigarettes at the library. What do you think they're doing them for? To stop kids from smoking? No, because they want kids to fucking smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
The same thing. Listen, I've told you guys, I told Lee 1,000 times. I went to grammar school with two brothers. One that was straight up and the other one that was a little momoed up. And every Monday they were in the pilot program. Okay. Which meant that they had come from Cuba at a young age. Okay. Instead of being a dreamer, right, they called them pilot programs.
I remember hearing pilot program before, yeah.
The pilot program was you had to stay back till you learned the language. Okay, so once you got the language, it could have been 3 years. So by the time you got to the 7th grade, if you were driving to school, you were eligible for the pilot program in North Bergen. Okay? Wow. If you were driving to school or you had kids, you're eligible. So you'd be in the 7th grade in McKinley. And I remember like feeling insecure because in the 7th grade, there was like 3 or 4 kids who sat in the back and they had hairy legs and beards and hair under their armpits.
How did you know that?
Because they're right in front of me in gym class. In gym class, you got to change with other guys. And I'd be there with my tidy whities with that bozo hairdo on my dick where just the sides get filled in. Then you have that 2-year pause where the middle hair grows. You ever have it's happened to every guy. Yeah. Every man, when we're about 13, Kelly, the pause. Sides of your hair fill up, and you're like, in 9 months, I'm gonna be slinging dick. Like, no, you even time it quick. You say, well, if the from the home plate to the outfield. What's that line called? That foul line.
Yeah, the foul line.
Because that's what it's called. From your dick. Line. Your dick is the home plate, okay?
Right.
The first thing that grows is the foul line hair. It grows all the way up. And it gets bushy quick. But it leaves a gap in the middle, and there's no Rogaine, right?
You got the Bozo the Clown.
You got the Bozo the Clown blow. Now, in those days, you had two options.
Second base and center field is fucked up.
It's fucked up. It looks like fucking Harvey hit it. There is not a tree.
It does.
There's nothing.
It looks like Harvey hit your pubes.
Oh, fuck.
There's fucking nothing. There's nothing. You're fucking sitting there every day. You're planning on fucking your babysitter, but the hair won't grow. You're thinking about Rogaine. The only thing that works a little bit is you take mascara and you fill it in just to give you the effect. Like you gotta put like a purple light on Led Zeppelin. Like, why are you putting a purple light on? Because I'm putting on Led Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying?
10 years after.
Yeah, like 10 years after. So it was fucked up. That's how your hair grew. How'd we get on this subject?
I don't know.
That's lovely.
Know how we do.
Well, we talked about the pilot program, which you were saying like the pilot program back
Lee,
then.
right away, how did you know he had hair? That's how I fucking knew, Lee. Because if I was 10 and I had hair, this guy was like 17.
It was like the Dominican Little League team. You ever see the
Yeah.
Dominicans?
Remember they showed up with the fake IDs?
They're 6'2".
They drove Porsches up. We're in the 8th grade.
Little League World Series. They got beards and they're fucking 6'3", just knocking it out of the park. Like, fuck.
Remember they showed up with fake birth certificates?
Oh, shit. What a great scam. Like, why not? Hey, fuck it. Let's share. These kids are all 12. These are all 12-year-old Dominicans who have full beards and fucking they're 6'3" and they're just all muscle. Like, oh man.
Didn't I see him on the Padres last year?
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Fucking the guy. Yeah, he got called down.
The kids in my school that were in the pilot program, I still remember, were Peter Jimenez, Louis Zaldivar. Because Louis Zaldivar he just turned 56 last week. So I know because he was on Facebook. I wished him a happy birthday. He came up as one of my friends.
Nice.
And the funny thing was that he was 16 when I was 14 or something like that, right? But they had taken him out like the set. So all these kids were either 16 or 17, and they were still in the 7th grade. And they were scattered all around the North Bergen school system.
Were the other kids just scared shitless of them? Was everybody just terrified of them?
No.
Like, were they nice? They were cool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was I remember 3 of them that we actually hung out with that were great guys.
Yeah.
But they had insecurities. They were 16, hanging out with kids that were 13.
Right.
You know how bad and they were always in the back in the graduation pictures. If you looked at McKinley's graduation pictures,
the back row
for the previous 5 years, everybody in the back had beards.
Because they were the tallest
big
ones.
Cuban women pregnant and shit. Fucking hilarious.
Oh shit, that's great.
Nobody remembers the pilot program. Then they did away with it. They just got to earn your shit. Wow. If you're that stupid, drop out. Get a job on Tunley Avenue. We can't help you. You know what I'm saying? Go on the Tunley and load fucking trucks or something. Number 2, very much congratulations for your Netflix special.
Thank you so much, man.
I tried to get you on before the release.
That's okay.
And we had conflicting schedules and whatnot.
Yeah, man.
And I meant to get you on, and then this guy canceled. This guy wanted to push it back. So I said it's a good time to have Jerry.
This is an honor.
On. Plus, I miss you. It's weird because
I know, dude, I haven't seen you in a minute.
We live 3 blocks away from each other. And we don't. There was a time when we lived 3 states apart, and we talked more.
Yeah, I know.
We talk more because I would always go to El Paso and I'd request him.
It was the best, man.
Or somewhere else, and then as soon as I go, he'd already have the Chinese restaurant ready.
I knew where to go. We're going to go here.
He knew.
This is a place.
Knew. And then I remember being somewhere and you showed up and took me to eat.
Yeah.
I worked somewhere and you were just passing through.
Yeah, dude.
And you picked me up and took me to a fucking restaurant to eat and shit like that.
Those are the best days, dude. It was, God, we had so much fun.
We used to go to a Chinese restaurant in El Paso on the other side. There on Friday. It was all you could eat.
Yes.
And it was fucking god-awful.
It was terrible.
They had the sweet and sour shrimp. They had, and it looked like a fucking, believe the place, when you walked outside, it looked like a palace. Dallas.
Yeah,
it was an old strip club or something.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was the size of a Target. I mean, you know what I mean? It literally was that big. It was this massive, and they had the big golden fucking lions and dragons outside and all that stuff, and you go in. God, dude, those noodles. Remember how bad those noodles were, Joey? Oh, God. I also remember, too, I felt so bad, but I remember we went shopping for clothes, and then I remember I went and bought like 8 action figures at a comic book store, and I was fucking opening them up in the fucking condo, just sitting there with fucking Thor and the Hulk and all that. That was the best.
Did Joey Hulk smash them? I feel like he.
I came out of there. I couldn't believe it. I went back in my room and locked the door.
The best though was I remember I was leaving. I was gonna drive back to Dallas, right? And I was in the morning. I was gonna get up and go. And you just said, "Where the fuck are you going?" And I was like, "What?" And then just pointed at the TV, and it was the history of Pink Floyd was on VH1 Classic. Remember that? We were both like, "Oh shit, I'm not going anywhere." We stayed and watched that.
Yeah, fucking pizza.
Yeah, dude, that was the best, man. That was so much fun. But thanks. It's been. Did you get to hear that the CD I got you of all those old psychedelic metal bands?
Yes,
that's good shit, isn't it?
I put it in my car. And when I fucking traded it in,
oh no,
I left it. That was what I was.
I gotta
listening
get
to.
you again. I gotta get you again. They were great though, weren't they?
You know, sometimes it's good just to get a surprise.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to put something in your car when you have nothing to lose, and you know you're gonna get stuck on the 405.
Right.
And you're either gonna make calls,
right?
But it's so much traffic, you really don't want to talk. You're in the HOV lane. You're driving by yourself.
Yep.
You got to pay attention to see if that motorcycle cop is coming. You ain't got time to be
Switch
talking
over
foolish
real quick.
shit
Yeah,
with people.
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because that 405 I got on the HOV.
Fuck it. Why not?
I'm alone or on a bus with 11 midgets. I get in the HOV.
Because what are the odds they're really going to bust
Oh,
you?
they'll catch you.
You think? Yeah. Oh, man. I do it
I've
a lot.
seen them bust people. There's a time where you got to do it. You don't do it by the law. You do it. If you're going to do it, listen, it's going to be a $500 ticket. No matter how you look at it.
Right.
So I do it when shit gets hairy, bam, I shoot over. The whole time, my eyes in that rearview mirror, like the feds are watching me. First time,
like Ray Liotta looking for the helicopter?
Yeah. First time I see a motorcycle, and he's kind of weird, I'll pop the fuck out. It's his word against mine.
Right.
I'm 100 yards away, unless he's fucking Johnny Eyeballs.
There's no way.
Well, he was a sniper in Vietnam, and he ate all his carrots. He ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So I always pay attention. Number 2, I got the baby seat in the back.
Oh, that helps. That already tricks people.
Yeah. So I've already had them drive by me going, Jesus, Joseph, please, Lord.
Right.
Number 2, I don't take advantage of it.
Right.
Just every time we go to the airport.
Fair enough.
Hey.
I pay my tax dollars to the phone. Look at your plane ticket. You know how all these phone companies.
Jesus.
You ever look at all these phone company commercials that come on and go, what am I paying for this? What am I paying for that?
Right.
Look at your fucking plane ticket next time. You pay for fucking Charlie's roller skates at the Blind Center. You pay for fucking 1,000 things. And again, but Joey, it's only $1.18. Yeah, but from how many fucking subscribers?
Right.
How many plane tickets do they sell a day?
Oh God. Astronomical. Because like we said, there's never been an empty flight. You know what I mean? I've never been on a flight that wasn't completely packed. 9 times out of 10, this flight's completely full. Can you please give us any of your large bags? We'll check it to your final destination. And it's like, how are they running out of space? If everybody can only put one up in the top, there should be room for everybody.
No, there's not.
There's
not, because people have gotten him, and I don't blame people, but then again, I do blame people.
Yeah.
Okay. You again, we're talking about saving every dime. If every time you fly to go home to see your grandmother who's dying of cancer, you pay $50 for your luggage and you go home once a month, that's $600 a year you're paying for your luggage. Jesus. If you spent half of that on your grandmother and bought her flowers, this is how you have to think when you're making $60,000 or below,
right? And
you get put in a bad situation in your life. Okay,
yeah, man.
And there comes a time where you're gonna get put in a bad situation in your life. And those fucking plain people are thieves.
God.
They're thieves. Because, okay, let's pretend you have a death in the family. Listen, it costs you more. They charge you half of a full flight fare at FIP. And at the end of the day, you're paying more than what it tells you on the computer.
Yeah.
You're paying more than what it tells you on the computer.
The Wi-Fi.
And then you got to go home and act like a fucking fool.
Yep.
Tap the funeral director on the arm and get a copy of the fucking death certificate and send it to these fucking mooks.
Yep.
And that's what you want to do, is send an ID of a death certificate of somebody dead into a computer pool for 1,000 people to fucking look at and then send to the Russians. And one day you get a call that your grandmother's alive and kicking and she's living in fucking the Bronx. And you can't believe it. You knock on the door and it's a Russian dude with a fucking afro because they stole your identity via American Airlines.
Yep.
That time when your grandmother died.
Fuck.
They got a perfect fucking pigeon now, a dead one. They don't even have to go into the archives to see who died to match their age. In the old days, you got to go into a fucking town and see what kids died that year and match it to yours. It's a fucking, you got to become Harry Angel from Angel Heart and shit. You got to walk around with a dog tag and a guy's name to remember who the fuck you are.
Mike.
It's fucking crazy. So what do people do? You blame them? Do I blame Johnny Charlie for trying to save 50 fucking bucks a month by bringing, and Johnny Charlie has to live like a fucking yam too. Those poor bastards. That means you gotta pack on 3 ounces of toothpaste.
Right.
And you can only bring 1 tampon because God forbid. And you can only bring 1 pair of socks. So they go through your shit. That eliminates marijuana, maybe a vapor pen. That eliminates all that shit.
Yep.
But you get through, you get off the plane, and you go right to your fucking Uber.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at you for doing that.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Like, but it is interesting, like how much money, like we talk about, like they charge you for the shittiest Wi-Fi on earth, and it's like $8 for you're on the plane for an hour. Like, why am I going to spend $8 just so I can check 2 emails? Why would it? But people do it
because they get business people who get
they get business people who think they
get
need.
fucked.
Yeah,
look at you.
I'm like, fuck it. I'll wait till I land. I'll wait. There's nothing I can do up in a plane anyway. You know what I mean? So I'll wait till I land and then I'll just check all the emails at once. Like what could I do up in a
I was paying for the Wi-Fi for about a year.
Yeah.
I would go up and get go whatever.
Sure.
Go take my money. But you know what? For what I was doing, guys, it was the perfect deal. It was $9.95 for 3 hours. I'm on this plane for fucking 5 and a half.
Right.
First off, I got an iPod and it's kicking.
Right. Oh yeah.
I got an iPod that's got Grand Funk Railroad.
You're good.
I'm good. I'm good for hours.
Captain.
Yeah, I got the Allman Brothers on there. I got the Cars on there. I got Zeppelin on there. I got everything that you would not that at times you look at your house and be selfish with your time.
Yeah, dude.
I really want to listen to the Pretenders too, but I just don't have the time.
Right.
I'm on a plane headed to New York. I got nothing but time. I ate 6 of these stars. I got the vapor pen. I got a Xanax. I'm on fire, Jack. You understand me? I'm living like a doctor. They gave me a mojito. When you fly JetBlue Mint, they give you a mint mojito.
Yeah, baby.
What? And then you tell a lady, bring me another one. You hope she's black. And you tell her that. You hope she's black, and you tell her, listen, you look at her straight in the eye, and you let me tell you something. After this flight, I'm going to go home, and I'm taking Beyonce's poster down. It's you, baby. It's nothing but you. I don't give a fuck if she looks like a mule. You tell her that, it's all over. The rest of the flight, everything's fucking on the arm. You know what I'm saying? You're living like Benny without the jet. Fuck it. Fuck yeah. I've had tremendous times on those flights, man.
Yeah. That's fun. That's what I do. I just load up music.
I get high. I don't say 2 words.
No.
I sat next to Charles Barkley. That's the first time I said anything to anybody in years. Was about a year ago.
Wow.
He just happened to get on the end.
Yeah.
He sat right next to me.
Good dude.
But I didn't say nothing for about an hour.
Right.
And then he said something to me. Like, do you mind if I go? No, go ahead. And then he sat down. He goes, how you doing? Good, man. I go, bro, I was a fan of the Sixers. I went to school down there. I loved Julius Erving. He was my idol. We talked about Julius Erving.
Wow.
We talked about him being in Houston.
Wow.
And then that was it.
He has.
I kept it light with him.
Yeah.
But I was on a roll for a while.
Yeah. He has my favorite sports quote ever. Did you ever read the book about the Dream Team?
No.
It says, when they put together for the Olympics, right? And at the opening of the book, the author he wrote for Sports Illustrated, and he was the only guy who got to follow him, right? So he talks about like how competitive Jordan was, how he fucking like, dude, they were playing ping pong in the Olympic room, and Christian Laettner beat Jordan in ping pong, and Jordan like flipped the table and threw the paddle. He was ready to kill him because he lost at fucking ping pong to Laettner. He didn't like losing, but Barkley had the best quote. It was before the U.S. was going to play Angola in the Olympic Games, and Barkley said, "I don't know nothing about Angola, but they're in some trouble." I know we won by like 60 points.
Sometimes you watch those games and you go, why are you playing these poor people?
Right.
These people, you know what I'm saying? They think they're playing Division One. You know what I mean? They're running into a wall.
Dunking on them and shit. They're just lighting them up for 40. It's like, man, come on.
When I was a kid, right, I went to McKinley. And they broke up the town into 7 teams. So uptown was Robert Fulton, Lincoln, and Anna L. Klein from Guttenberg. But they had Horace Mann A and Horace Mann B. So that made up for 4 teams uptown.
Nice.
So Horace Mann A was 8th grade. And
Sure.
Horace Mann B was 7th grade.
Okay.
And they always got beat up by everybody. And then downtown, it was McKinley, Lincoln, Franklin, and Kennedy.
Okay.
The greatest basketball players in our town always came from Kennedy school. Like the one guy who led the county. To this day, he leads the county.
Shit.
Went to Seton Hall, led the nation in scoring his senior year out of Seton Hall. The kid could shoot. He was just 6'1", Italian. And it took him 2 years to do the 4-4, to do the 40. You know what I'm saying? But I remember being at the high school with Tommy Heinsohn being there to watch him.
Shit.
Because that's whose record he broke, Tommy Heinsohn. So he was there one night.
Damn.
I saw fucking Digger Phelps at Hashways.
Shit.
When they were recruiting him, they were recruiting him deep.
They brought all the big guns to get this kid, huh?
So this Kennedy school,
Wow.
this Kennedy school had a coach named Mr. Rugar.
Okay.
And this is 8th grade coaching, okay? Now, guys, this is 1975.
Okay.
I'm in the 7th grade. I'm playing McKinley school. I'm not starting. I'm not doing anything. I just went to the practices to get beat up.
That's back when the Knicks were great too, weren't they back then?
I have no fucking idea. I was listening to, I don't even know.
You don't care about sports back then?
No, I did, but I have no memory for
Right.
I'm sitting in this fucking classroom, and the coaches were just regular guys. Like it would be like guys from the projects.
Right.
That got a city job from North Bergen, and they paid him for 8 weeks to coach these guys. And we had a guy that would just come and slam dunk the whole time. Just slam dunk. The 7th grade. He was terrible. Then we had somebody else who quit. And then we had a guy who hated fucking. He was a Nazi.
Oh, shit.
This is a true story.
He was a coach?
This is a true story, okay? So, my 8th grade year, I worked my ass off.
Was he good at basketball?
Yes, and what happened was the fucking guy who was crazy hired this guy as an assistant.
The Nazi?
But the Nazi would always say spick and nigga
Oh, God.
and kike and all this shit, right?
Jesus.
But he wouldn't say it to us. Like, the guy who hired him told him to tame it down a bit, okay?
Just a little bit.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I have a joke that one night I thought about this at like 4 a.m. and this came to my mind. I'm going to drop some heavy knowledge on you motherfuckers, okay? Even though my niece is in the room. She's heard all the stories, and if she hasn't heard this one, she's had... Now, this is the niece that in 1984, when she was a baby, my uncle, her brother, her other uncle, used to hide his coke under her crib while she was sleeping. So I'd have to tiptoe into her room, pick her up, and take the coke out from under the crib. Go downstairs, take a chunk out, and put it back like I take a thief.
You learned how to be a parent.
She's been there for years. Babies. She's been my backbone for years, and she never ratted me out. You know what I'm saying? She's solid.
You learned how to hold a baby to get that coke.
Oh my God! No, I would have to
rock her to sleep.
It was like it was a crib, and it had like a mattress, but under the mattress was a piece of reinforced wood.
Okay.
Which meant it was particle wood glued together. It was heavy, but not really.
Yeah.
The coke was hidden in between that and the springs. There's like that Spider-Man spring.
Oh, fuck.
And it was in a big fucking manila thing. So I would have to pick up the thing while she was sleeping, take the Coke out, go downstairs, take a chunk out, and put it back. Her uncle used to work at a bakery with this dude, La Rosa. He was a party. While they were supposed to be up there baking all night, they'd be snorting and baking, and nobody was eating. This went on for years. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
It was called and they made the best strawberry shortcake.
Oh.
So every Sunday when you woke up, Stevie would bring home a strawberry shortcake. He was solid. He was devoted. You understand me? Fucking tremendous.
That's great.
What were we talking about? We were talking about the Nazi.
The Nazi coach.
So,
yeah, dude.
Okay, so we'll talk about Ruger later and why these good basketball players, let me forget why they came out of Kennedy School.
Okay.
But this Nazi takes over the fucking basketball system. We're fucking tremendous this year. I got left back
You're doing
in the
like the
seventh
goose
grade.
steps during the warm-up.
I got left back in the 7th grade. The only thing to bring me back was to get really good at basketball.
Yeah.
I was in love with this girl. She used to let me fucking, what's that when you dry hump?
Yeah,
after
fuck
school,
it. Remember how amazing that was, dry
and
humping?
She promised me she was going to give it to me, baby.
Right.
But she reneged. She reneged, and I couldn't do homework no more, and I couldn't take it no more. She broke my heart. So I got left back. But anyway, that's a complete different story. I'm at this fucking 7th grade the second time, and this is how I unfell in love by playing basketball.
Yeah.
And, dog, I remember one day going up to my courts, and it had just snowed in North Bergen.
Yeah.
And a bunch of guys were coming down to play, like good guys. And 38th Street court went up. It was one of those courts that it was in North Bergen.
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
Like there was one basket lower than the
Yeah.
other. So the other team didn't know this shit. They're running uphill trying to shoot. We're blocking their shit. And on the way down, our rim was 2 inches low.
So you're dunking and
No,
shit.
I couldn't dunk, but I could hold on to the rim better in the 8th grade. I had tremendous pumps and shit. Anyway, we put together this badass fucking basketball team. Give me another napkin there, my brother. I'm over here bleeding to death. He put together a tremendous basketball team, right? Oh, this is not good. I'm going to have to go to the hospital.
Oh,
man.
shit.
It's in my teeth? All right, so that summer, I'm a blossoming young man.
Right.
As you saw the pictures, I'm a handsome
Little
lad,
stud.
right?
Little stud over there.
I'm a handsome motherfucker.
Dry humping and,
And
shit.
I meet this little fucking cute girl. And, I'm a gentleman. I was scared then. I was broken-hearted still from the other girl who broke my heart.
That first heartache is the worst.
Yeah, that first heartache is the worst. I didn't want my heart to be broken again. So I played it very safe.
First cut is the deepest.
I played it very safe. I played it very safe, and I took her out. When I say take you out, we walked around the corner, told each other jokes.
That was a date back then, man.
And I kissed her cheek, and this went on like 2 times.
When you're in 7th grade, that's a great date.
I don't know what's going on. I'm playing basketball. I want to be the next fucking Michael Corrin out of Jersey City, New Jersey, who went on to play at North Carolina and started his freshman year.
Oh, shit.
In the NCAA finals, and went off in the semifinals against Glenn Gondrzak and UNLV.
Oh, wow.
He slammed 31 points. Fucking Wikipedia that shit.
Nice.
Little white boy out of Jersey City.
Nice.
Taught the brothers how to fucking play a game. Jack.
That's badass.
And then they wrote an article about him because he was raised by a single white chick who was a waitress. So Sport Magazine wrote an article about how tough this Irish woman was to raise this fucking kid. And he got a scholarship
Fucking baller.
to Hudson Catholic with this guy named John Spinarkle. He's an analyst now. So I spoke about this before.
That's
anyway,
awesome.
I date this girl 2 times. She's cute. I'm cute. But she went to Holy Rosary Academy, number 1. And number 2, she was like a year or 2 older than me. She was like a sophomore.
Look at you, dude.
Okay. We talked on the phone. She had strict parents that watched her and shit. So now we're practicing on the street. We got this coach. His name was Peter Ware. We were impressed with Peter Ware because he was 6'1" and he could fucking slam it. And in those days, if you could slam, you were all right with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you could slam,
That's pretty badass.
you're all right with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so fucking, he's slamming. He takes the coaching job. He quits after 3 games. His assistant,
the Nazi,
was the Nazi.
Was he in the uniform?
Who's now on Facebook.
He's in the SS.
And I ain't going to release his name. He's probably still a Nazi. He is a Nazi.
He was at that Charlottesville rally with the torches.
He was playing the drums up north. So the Nazi shows up one day.
Oh my God.
And I could now my team was filled with an array of characters. My starting team was in those days was Chuck McBreen, me, Louis Hernandez, a.k.a. Louis the Nigga. So he didn't like me or Louis.
That's half the team he doesn't like now.
Yeah.
Who was the other fucking 2 guys? Jesus Christ. David Ruiz transferred to Kennedy, so they called him Benedict Arnold, the teacher. So we had 2 other guys, and Jesus Christ, I can't remember who they are. My memory.
Were you a good team?
We went 4-3.
That's not bad.
But
shit.
He came on after all these guys came on before the season started.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. The Nazi came on to prepare us with 2 weeks left to go. Now, guess what?
He has good precision.
Guess what?
Taught you well.
So the Nazi comes on to coach us, and everything's going okay. He really doesn't really know what's going on. By this point, we're playing our own fucking game. We were all street guys. We played every day together. We had played for the last 2 years together, so we knew each other. This guy was just coming in, and he was coming in to make us drill and shit like this. So guess what happens?
I'm known for that.
Guess who that broad was that I was swapping spit with?
His daughter.
His sister.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Me and her start talking tighter and tighter. She shows up at a practice one day with the mother, and they're clapping.
Was she Nazi'd up too? Was she?
No. She was dating a spick. How could she be Nazi'd up?
Maybe
she was dating a spick. Everybody knew my
Was he
name was
pissed?
Coco.
Was he pissed?
Nobody knew. You know me,
wow.
dog. I was dating in secrecy back then. You know what I'm saying? I was used to dating Catholic girls.
You got to keep that shit a secret.
Sure, you got to keep that under.
Yeah.
If you want to finger bang a girl from
you
Marley
cannot
Libra,
say shit.
you can't say dick. You know what I'm saying?
Because her grandmother will call you.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Forget the grandmother. So we're about to fucking start the season. Okay, we're about to start the season. We're about a week away from starting the fucking season. And what the fuck do you think? Oh my God. The other forward was, God rest his soul, Anthony Balzano, and the other forward was Dominic Special, God rest his fucking soul. Oh, fuck yeah, dog.
They both passed?
Both passed. But anyway, that's a completely different story. Why bring sadness into the room?
Right.
Now I'm going to have to go kill a chicken and do some Santeria tonight and shit like that after the show.
have a busy night.
We decided to hook up on her fucking stairs one day. She lived right next to Lionetti Fuel. Way before your time.
Shit.
Patterson Plank Road, whatever that street is that passes Gibbonard Terrace and Liberty, whatever street turns into McKinley, going straight up. If I pass Patterson Plank, I go straight up. Anyway, and when we were kids, there was a bunch of oil tankers there that was called Lionetti Fuel.
Okay.
They delivered fuel to you for your house fuel, that shit
Sure.
they use in the winter.
Sure.
They were the first house next to Lionetti Fuel. I go knock on her door. You know what I'm saying? We chit-chat outside. We did this 2-3 nights, you know. It's November. It's kind of getting nip in the air. You got to have a little sweater on.
A little warm up a little bit.
One night we start getting a little closer because now we gained trust. We didn't go out there like animals. We just went out there to talk, and the mother would come out every 10 minutes and check.
Right.
And the father would come out and go, everything okay out here? And we'd be out there giggling, and he'd go back in. But for 3 days, I played it like Johnny Cool.
Yeah.
But then I had to go deep in the murky waters. The one night, I'm out there, we start swapping spit, you know what I'm saying? Things get hot. I squeeze a little titty, you know what I'm saying? Everything's we're starting to breathe heavy. And I asked her to unzip her pants. And she unzipped it, and I put my hand down there, and I'm finger banging her. And the next thing you know, her father came up from both of us.
Shit.
And he told her to go inside. And I just unzipped my hand out of there.
Ew.
Held on to it because you know I was going to sniff that hand. You got to kill me for me not to sniff that.
You have to cut it off.
Fuck yeah.
Did you sniff it in front of him?
No. I walked home quick like a motherfucker.
Sniff that shit around the corner.
I had like 12 minutes to preserve the DNA. It was cold out there.
That would have been the real baller move, just right in front of him. Just...
Yeah, right in front of the dad. Just sniff it right in front of him.
The next day I went to practice. The Nazi quit. He got the word from fucking Ramble. It's over.
So why did that school, the other school, have the best players?
What do you mean?
You told me to remind you.
Okay.
Was it Kennedy? Was that the school that had the best players?
Kennedy had. I saw this with my. Kennedy at one time had. When I was in the 6th grade, Kennedy had like this fucking. These 3 kids that went on to win a state championship.
Damn.
5 or 4 years later.
Shit.
Matty Pekanich, Calandrillo, and somebody else. And then after that, like a year later, they did the same fucking thing. These guys, they didn't win. Kennedy was just invincible.
Wow.
Franklin had a kid, my 8th grade year, that was 6'6". His name was Lee Irwin. He was a white dude from Tunley Avenue kid. He had a little brother. They used to call him Lee Leland. That was the original Lee Leland. Lee Irwin was a good white dude. You know those white dudes with heart?
Fuck yeah.
Heart.
Fuck
and
yeah.
he had a brother that looked like a fucking model, Jack.
Wow.
Even back then, the brother would walk into a room in the 7th
Ladies
grade.
go crazy.
Bitches were like, what the fuck? So the Irwin Brothers, as they were called, were known early on. Let me tell you how tough Kennedy was. They had David Ruiz. They had these 2 other Puerto Rican kids. They had Whitey O'Donnell and somebody else. The big, like the season opener, was the 6'6" guy against Kennedy at Kennedy.
Oh, he smacked him.
Everybody predicted and Franklin's forwards were gigantic.
Right.
They were both 6'1". Dondero and Composto. His Composto's older brother was a coach at the high school.
Oh wow!
And these guys were big and tough. And it wasn't they were good. It was that they were big and
overpowered
fucking tough.
Everybody. They
went into Kennedy, and guess what Kennedy did? They just broke Lee Irwin's leg. They got a Puerto Rican kid to come up to him and just go, what the? Like a little fucking John Jones to the ankle. That's how ferocious they were.
And this was 7th grade?
8th grade. That was all orchestrated by Lee Rugard.
They're not fucking around.
Lee Rugard did not fuck around.
We're going to even up the odds here.
Listen to me. Lee Rugard didn't fuck around. One time when I was in the 6th or 7th grade, I went to, because you had 2 games on a Thursday. Oh my God. So all 4 schools played 2 games on a Thursday. Okay? Rugard's team played first. They were up like 88-4.
Right.
And he was still full court pressing them in the 4th quarter. Like he's like, run, defense. And the kid's like, coach, we're up by 1,000 points.
He was like Pete Rose in the All-Star game.
He wore a suit. All right? He wore a fucking suit, this dude. And he greased his hair back in 75. In the 8th grade, he already thought he was the guy from the Miami Heat, whatever that was.
Pat Riley.
He thought he was Pat Riley.
With the suit and the slick back hair.
And the guy was not good looking at all. He had sideburns. He had red hair. He wore the vest, the red shirt, matching shoes. He'd be out there. He had Coco Espinosa. This guy, Dusty. I mean, this guy had great fucking teams down there.
He'd run up the score. He didn't give a shit.
I heard that one time they didn't win by 100. In the playoffs against like Horace Mann B, the 7th grade team.
Did he like throw balls at their faces or
something? He made them run backwards with their hands up for 3 weeks, like because they didn't win by like that. You still don't have blood on my teeth?
Let me see. I'm closer.
It's starting to get there? I'm gonna have to go to the hospital next.
Let me see. Yeah, it's all over your teeth, bro. Joe, especially on the inside. Yeah, it's all over.
God damn, my wife's gonna go fucking nuts. Last time this happened, it bled for 24 hours. I had to get it fixed in Utah.
Oh, shit.
I promise you lasers.
Fuck that, dude. I'd be so scared to have a laser shoot in my mouth.
It's crazy, Glue. You know how the kid in Utah did it? He took like a fucking piece of metal. And he goes, it's going to burn you, but it'll heal it. I'll put it right into the thing there.
Wow. Shit.
They might have like a 24-hour dental place you could go
to. Open that door for your uncle, please.
Damn.
Yeah, that was fucked up, guys.
So they just literally like, well, how do we cover the 6'6" kid? I know, we'll break his leg.
They just broke his fucking leg.
We don't have to cover him now.
They didn't give a fuck. I remember them waiting all day in anticipation. And you went to Lincoln School, right? Lincoln School was the worst. They took those kids to the games in chains. They were all on probation. With like a fucking ball around their ankles. They would get to
the guy from Cool Hand Luke is watching them. The guy from Cool Hand Luke has got the rifle watching the kids play.
For years, they were like, Lincoln would show up because the third floor at Lincoln was known for being retarded kids. Or the basement. One of those. The basement was all the retards. Even if you were straight and you went to Lincoln, people looked at you weird. Where did you go to school, Lincoln? I don't know. All right, it was nice meeting you.
I guess I don't need a ride home. I'm good.
No,
I'll walk.
Yeah, if you were from Lincoln, people looked at you weird.
That's fucking great. Jeez.
Like, because after they told you, I go to Lincoln, it took about 2 days, and you finally go, can I ask you a personal question? Are you up on the third floor? And then they go, no, I'm not in the fucking basement. I'm in the regular school program.
Shit.
But half the kids were on probation. They would take them. I remember one time we played them in the 8th grade, and they had like Fernie, Rago. But I remember Fernie did something during the week, and he had let me get a paper towel. He had a black eye. Oh. And I'll never forget feeling so intimidated. I had never played against somebody with a black eye before in my life.
The whole thing.
You know the whole thing?
I had never played against somebody with a black eye my whole life.
That's scary when you're a kid, dude. Right? When you see just like somebody just like all wounded, just walking around doing shit, you're like, what the fuck? Even if it's a black eye, when you're a kid, that's like, shit. Okay, this guy's for real.
What is this, Willie?
Old ice, I guess.
Did you put it in a bag?
Yeah, I put it in a bag, but I guess it got freezer burn.
You're a genius.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know. Let's see. You got to give it a shot. You got
to try everything at this
Anything
point.
is better than going home and my wife telling me to go to the fucking hospital. I'll shoot
She'll
myself.
make you go?
After the last time. I stayed up all night bleeding. I got up in the middle of the night, the ski mask, the sleep apnea mask was filled with blood.
Oh, shit.
She was livid. I was putting makeup on it. I knew there was something.
You look like the guy at the end of Mad Max when it gets ripped off. Shit.
I knew there was something you could put on it. But I didn't know what it was. All night long, I'm sitting there fucking bleeding. Look at this. This is Italian ice.
Oh, shit.
I'm sitting there fucking bleeding.
Cuban ice.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'm sitting there fucking bleeding. I know there's something. I put paint, nail polish remover on it.
Jesus Christ,
I knew there was
Joey.
some chemical that
Seal that
this
shit.
Stop putting
Seal it
chemicals
shut.
in your body.
At this point, Lee, what difference
I
is
think
it?
you might need to move out here and just like be like his medical assistant.
She's not in the medical field.
Yeah, but the stuff was like easily like how like what happened? Did you just bite your tongue?
Yeah, I was talking shit to you guys and a piece of gum in my mouth. I gotta stop chewing that nicotine gum. That shit fucks me up. So, what were we talking about here? We had a good conversation.
It was going great, man. It's
Yeah.
basketball. Those
About
kids.
basketball.
I love that her school had all the degenerates.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
Oh my God. And they played. Here's the catch: if you went to Lincoln School, you also played for Our Lady of Libra. If you were Catholic.
Oh wow.
Okay, so if you were Catholic, you could play for Our Lady
You
of
got
Libra.
too
If you were Jewish, you can't listen. You gotta wait for the 13 to
Get over
15-year-old
here.
up in Irish man.
There's a Jewish league. There's the what is it called? Fuck.
The Harlem Globetrotters. I still got it.
Shit, that's great.
JCC. There it is.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was. And here's the beauty of it. Here's what really. My niece and I both know we come from a fucked up town. We laugh. And it's tough to tell the world this because at every level, it makes you laugh. The guy that was in charge of the league, his name was Mr. Capitora.
The commissioner.
The commissioner of the league's name was Mr. Capitora. He made the schedules and he was also the referee. Everybody had two referees. North Bergen only had one referee.
That one guy.
And we played at McKinley. Didn't have a gym.
Let's hope he doesn't
We
hate
did
you.
not have a gym till 1978.
Jesus.
Until the parents demanded, like, what happened to the money for the gym from 10 years ago? Somebody robbed the money for the gym. There was a Little League field on 76th Street that had signs up when I was in grammar school. Coming soon. Little League field. It took 10 years. Everybody kept saying, "Where's the Little League field money?"
Great.
Somebody stole it. Everything was getting stolen.
Did they keep the same sign for the whole 10 years?
It was hysterical. Coming soon, and then they would flip it around from a different view. Coming soon.
Repaint
it was fucking hilarious. I swear. I wish I was lying to you. When I first went to McKinley, from the 6th grade to the 8th grade, included the 7th grade twice.
Yeah.
That means I did 4 years at McKinley.
Never had to play a
The 8th grade was when they finally built the gym. Until then, you had to shovel snow in the winter. Like when it snowed, who do you think shoveled those steps up to McKinley? Next time you're in North Bergen, New Jersey, fucking put McKinley in there and look at the front of that and look up those steps. If you lived on the other side of those steps, or you had to get, now here's the beauty of it. In those days, they didn't have cops. What they did was they gave kids like that wanted to be cops in the future. They gave them a badge with like a white thing, and there was a captain, there was an assistant captain, and like a lieutenant. All three of them were fucking homos, right?
They get fucked with by the other guy.
Oh my god! But in our school,
tortured, dude.
In our school, not only was there Vinny Negli, not only was there Vinny Warhead. That was uptown. Downtown, we had Vinny Negli, God rest his soul. But I got every right to say these things. I got every right because I grew up with Vinny Negli at downtown. Vinny Negli was the crossing guard, but he was the catch.
What did he do to you?
I like Vinny Negli, but here's what he did to me. That you could either walk up the stairs like the regular fucking moron, or down the block you could fucking jaywalk and cut through the side of the building,
right,
and eliminate the steps. He would blow the whistle at you and then write you up. So I used to go at him for years, like, fuck you, Vinny, suck my dick, Vinny, and shit. And then me and Vinny became Goombas.
How many write-ups did you get?
Vinny was just a geek that was just trying to overpower you.
Right.
And then we had to pay him.
You get to know him, he's cool.
Yeah, we got cool. And then one day in the 8th grade, Vinny was doing construction work in his backyard, and the lights were out.
Oh my God.
And he jumped off the patio deck, and a piece of rhubarb went through his neck.
Fuck.
So he lived. And after that,
he made it?
He made it. They called him Swivel Neck after that. It was fucking horrible. And he too became a fireman. Then he died during a fire. God rest his soul. I'm not goofing.
That's amazing that he survived
I knew him
that,
from
though.
the 7th grade.
That's crazy he survived that. Holy shit. Damn. That's
We're dropping some knowledge tonight.
Dude,
this
I'm loving it.
Show.
I'm loving it.
This is what I'm talking about and shit.
Fucking playing through pain.
Syatt, I'm bleeding to
You're
death.
like fucking Jordan when he had the flu, still putting up 50. Look at you.
Look at it. It's right there, right?
Let me see it. It looks like it's kind of scabbing a little bit already.
Yeah.
It looks like it's scabbing a little bit, I think. Right? It looks like it's scabbing just a bit.
I can't really tell from here. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm gonna have to go.
I just don't want you to go to the hospital.
No, I'm gonna have to go and hide it from my wife.
No, I promise
But
the laser takes for care.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven
Stop going to 7-Eleven.
before Kelly goes.
That's not
We're
where you
gonna
go to
in the
get
bathroom.
medicine.
Actually, you're gonna put a little Q-tip. We're gonna dry it with a Q-tip real quick.
Don't eat there.
With a gauze,
Yeah.
You're gonna put 2 fingers on it with a gauze.
Little back alley surgery.
Complete like this.
You paying attention? This is what you're doing in a little bit.
You're gonna take it off and then you're gonna put crazy glue
Don't.
right on the tip.
Can we do it in the car under the lights?
Yeah.
Oh man! Let me see. It looks like there's a little film of skin that's coming over it,
Yeah.
a little bit. So I think you might.
So we crazy glue it, and then we.
I think the ice is just what you need, man. The ice seems to be doing the job.
I'm not crazy for you.
Bro, I'm sitting in the fucking emergency care in Utah, and all of a sudden it comes to me. I go, you know who knows the answer to this? Answers to the questions, to the brothers in the street schools and the prisons. History used to be a mystery, a surreal history, not mystery. We're going to work it out someday till we all get paid the right way in full. No bull, talking, no walking, driving, arriving, and styling. Are you fucking kidding me or what? We might have to close up with that tonight. That's an old school for these motherfuckers.
That'd be dope.
Sounds good.
Man.
I called John McCarthy
Yeah.
from the UFC. And I go, Big John, while I'm waiting to go into emergency care.
Yeah.
After going to this piece of shit hospital twice, and they'd billed me $368
for bullshit,
and gave me a blood pressure pill, and said to me, your blood pressure has to go down. You got to wait another hour. I waited at that hospital bleeding. This was nothing.
Shit.
This was nothing that night, guys. What I was going through, it was coming out of my mouth.
Fuck.
The tip of my tongue had been bitten off.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe it's like maybe it's just scarring over or something.
Oh,
Like it seems like it's in the same area.
damn.
I went in the afternoon. They sent me home. I fucking went home. I went to bed. I could feel the blood coagulating on the bottom of my fucking teeth. I went back to the hospital in the middle of the night. These motherfuckers made me wait there for 3 hours. I come home. I tell my wife, forget about it. I go to bed again. I wake up. There's blood everywhere. I take a shower. What am I going to do? Cancel the weekend in Utah?
Right.
Fuck that shit. I got on a plane. I fucking shut my mouth when I went through CSA and held on to the blood like fucking Blade. Like Blade after he went into that white disco and shit.
You know what this reminds me of? My dad, my mom's boyfriend, right, who was like my dad. He saw the Pistols the one time they came to America. He saw them in Fort Worth, Texas, right? And he said, and I thought he was full of shit, but I read a magazine later that said it really happened. Fucking Sid Vicious is on stage, and these of course these rednecks don't want to see this shit, right? So they're throwing bottles at him. One of the bottles cracks Sid Vicious and on the side of his cheek, right? And so while he's playing, he's just holding out his mouth, so all the blood from his cheek pours in his mouth, and he just starts spitting it at everybody. And then my dad was like, and it was even crazier where there was these 3 chicks in the front who were trying to catch his blood in their mouths. And I thought he was full of shit. And then I read a magazine about the Sex Pistols only U.S. tour, and their road manager's like, the craziest night was in Fort Worth. Sid got cut, and he's spitting his blood, and these 3 chicks are trying to catch it in their mouth.
That's a nice story.
That's fucking crazy.
You tell that to your kids.
Yeah. My dad waited till my birthday to tell me.
That's a good story, cocksucker.
First communion. He told me that after first communion.
God damn it. I gotta go home and pray my wife is sleeping.
Yeah.
Would you stop? We got a crazy glues. We gotta do surgery.
Sure.
For them,
Okay. Yeah.
Got a new gig.
I'm gonna call the boss and see if she can write up a contract to make sure I don't get liable if you fucking get whatever from that fucking crazy glue.
Right there, right before I was gonna go into fucking that doctor's office, I go, Big John, I'm in a bind. I bit my tongue and I can't stop bleeding. What do? He goes, get some crazy glue. I go, you sure it works? He goes, some guy cut himself one time and his tongue was hanging. He put crazy.
Fuck, you fixed it.
He fixed it. That's how you fix shit, man.
Crazy glue works
That's
for everything.
old school Puerto Rican shit. They take the bullet out, they put the meat together, they put a little crazy glue on the shit.
Can I at least Google this, or is this gonna just be? We're just gonna go and see what happens.
We're gonna take a chance. Columbus Day.
Sure, okay. We'll just leave it. We won't use
Native Day. Indigenous Day.
internet.
Indigenous Day. The Indians versus the
I could just burn your tongue with a lighter if you want.
I wouldn't do that.
Right away, you want to reverse the charges. You know what I'm saying? Right away, you want to insult me.
What?
And reverse the fucking charges.
It would probably work.
How's been the response been from the Netflix?
Knock on wood, it's been fine. It's been getting people from other countries and shit. It's crazy. Just having like international people being like, "Hey, I saw your specials." I was up in Chicago at the Improv there a couple of weeks ago, and it was the first time where like it was kind of cool. Like people were there because they saw the special. It wasn't wasn't like packed, but you know what I mean. It was they did good numbers, and they were at the club was happy, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, we actually saw the special. We wanted to come see you live. It was nice, So hope it, it's going to be on there for a minute. So please get a chance. If you get a chance, check it out. It's called The Gentleman, Jerry Rocha, and Gabriel produced it.
Man, the best thing about the job I have now, or what my job has become, is to sit back. The same way you sit back and when you've seen me grow over the years.
Oh man, yeah.
I've sat back and watched you grow over the years.
Dude.
I saw you move out here and then move back with some broad.
Yep.
Then you moved out here and you had domestic violence. She was beating you up. She chased you all the way to New York. And she wouldn't let you watch She wouldn't let you watch Narcos without her. Look at me. He knows I gotta torture me.
Did I ever tell you what happened the night I taped my special? This is fucking weird.
Did she show up?
No, you're the only person who would appreciate this because all my friends, they're very, we don't believe in any of that. So we taped it in upstate, right? At in the Nyack, the Levity Life Club there. Gabe rented it out, whatever. And I thought about Di Stefano. I thought, man, I wonder if that'd be cool if I could some kind of a sign for Mikey. You know what I mean? And it's nothing, right? So I didn't have time to. I just getting ready for the special. We just had one. It was literally one shot. That was it. With the 10:00 show, that's when we're taping, and that's my opportunity. And so I was just kind of getting ready, and we're walking over to go shoot, and his brother Joe just walks right into the club, like 2 hours late, and he looks just like Mike. Have you ever seen Joe's older brother? It was amazing. I thought it was great. Like that was such a fucking kick in the ass to just get out there and do a good job. You know what I mean? It was nice, but it was really weird. Just strange, man. It's strange how that shit kind of happens, you know, and those friends that you just they're more than friends, they're just family, and there's always that connection. There's always going to be something. It was interesting.
Do you believe that we have a connection?
Absolutely.
To the other side?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that once we're dead, we're dead?
No way.
What people say is bullshit.
Have
you ever thought about that?
I hope it's not bullshit. I mean, I'm not that religious, right? But I hope that it's not that bull. I hope that there's something.
Why do you hope it's bullshit?
I hope it's not. I hope there is something. I hope you do. You know, I hope you still have a connection because, I mean, there's no, dude, Joe. Like, okay, you and I feel closer to you than most of my family members, right? Like, it's just so. Yeah, why would you want to never see that person again? You know what I mean? Like, it would be nice if, when it's all over, you at least get to go say hi to them, you know, before they put you on a bus to come back and be a worm or some shit like that, you know. Like, I hope, you know what I mean? Like, it would be nice. But yeah, that's why I kind of have that, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think about it sometimes.
It would be great if that were. I mean,
I don't
know. Obviously, nobody knows, right?
Right.
Because it just keeps, you know, like no one's.
You can't know, and it's
yeah. But I mean, that would be. That would suck if I.
I don't necessarily think there's like an actual like legit heaven or hell. Maybe.
Right. But it'd be nice if.
But maybe it's just like because your friends and family talk about you. That's
right.
what your spirit is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's something to that. I think there is something to that. You know.
I mean, my dad died when I was 3, and for years when we lived in New York City, I used to tell my mom I used to see something in the kitchen at night.
Right.
And my mom would say, "What is he wearing?" And I forget what fucking story I told you know. And then as I got older, I always thought he would pop up. When I was a kid, Telemundo had a novella on there.
Yeah.
About a family that was rich and shit, and the mother would talk bad about the father, and the father was dead, so they made some type of robot that lived with them, and he'd come to. It was the fucking creepiest plot line. It was only out for maybe 2 seasons.
Right.
I would go somewhere and watch it at night. My mom wouldn't watch that shit, but somewhere I would go, like to a friend's next door when we lived in Manhattan. They watched that creepy programming. So for years, I always thought, maybe my dad will pop up and give me fucking advice and shit like that.
Right.
But I think that they work in different ways.
Absolutely. It's never how you want it to be.
I've always believed that there's something out there that we have, not predecessors, we have
ancestors
that are out there. I think when you go up there, they judge you and they decide whether or not you come back and haunt us.
Yeah.
Whether you're not, you come back and watch over us. You know,
right.
There's got to be something. There's got to be.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
And I have no problem believing it. You know, cynical. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't give a shit. There's got to be. I'm with you. There has to be some kind of something.
Hey, listen. I came from a belief. There was a couple nights I saw like people who would fucking get together and they drink a little fucking whatever, like aguardiente.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. I mean, growing up in Laredo, all my family, of course,
and they would fucking see spirits. Like
yeah.
An hour later, they'd be speaking in tongues.
Right.
And there'd be like 8 people in the room, and they'd tell you about your future. And I was 6 or 7. I'd be giggling under my breath the whole
right, right.
Like, what the fuck are these people doing?
Right.
And then 10 minutes later, something else would happen. You know, I always believe there's something. What? I can't put my finger.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I've always said, like we talk about Anthony and Dominic Special. You know, we won. We were 4-3. We were fucking tight as fuck. Me and that kid Anthony did everything together. we were still playing ball. Like after the league was over, like we still played ball every day on 38th Street Park. We were playing against kids that were older than us to get ready to try out for freshman year. Our hopes were we both started freshman year, which we had no chance.
Right.
We were both. I was Cuban, he was Italian. I was slow, he was slower.
That's funny.
And one night he went home to dinner, dog. I go home, and the next morning they tell me he got into a car accident.
Oh, fuck.
And he's in a coma, and he's done before the 8th grade year is over. And then we go to high school, and my mom dies, and not even a year later, this Dominic Special kid snorts THC crystal, goes out to Lake Apacon or one of those places out there, jumps in the fucking water. He paralyzes when he hits the water and he dies. So 2 out of the 5 of those fucking dudes. Yeah, me,
amazing,
Chucky,
man.
and who else did I say was at McKinley? Lou Hernandez. Were alive. It's very interesting.
Wow.
You think about that shit for the rest of your life, that organized sports you played as a child. I think it's so fucking important. And today, again, for you to have organized fucking, like in North Bergen, is it expensive to have your kid? No, it's free.
No, it's like $30, $35.
$35. I always walk by all these fucking shit over here. Down the corner here is the YMCA.
Yeah.
Plus across the street is the NoHo Recreation Center.
Oh, right.
Right there. Right
where the library is.
You think it's something else. They have a little daycare for lower-end families. They have a little library in there. They have a basketball league in there. Do they have a pool?
They have an outdoor pool right there. You're talking about that park on Magnolia.
Oh, yes. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, they have an outdoor pool.
No, on the way to Magnolia. Between right there and Magnolia.
Yeah.
If you go on Topanga right there.
Yeah, right. I know what you're talking
There's
about.
a little civic youth center.
Yeah.
There's a pool. The pool is fucking freezing. Even like last week when it was
cold as
110,
shit.
You still jump in there and go,
fucking
what the fuck? Yeah. You see kids go in there and go, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There's like little fish living on the bottom. It is crazy, that place. But you know what? They do paperwork there. You want me to tell you what it is, Kelly? Remember when fucking Gemma goes and says goodbye to the kid at the end before they shoot her? Before she goes into the garden? She goes into the garden. Before she leaves, she goes to a park, and the guy's wife is there that killed himself from Nirvana.
Oh, wow. Okay,
and she walks back there and she goes, hey, whatever, Abel. She goes, come here, and she gives Abel a ring. That's the park one. And I'll never forget walking by there and going, wouldn't it be funny if they were shooting Sons of Anarchy there tonight?
Right.
That looks like Sons of Anarchy. I didn't say shoot, I just kept going. And then on the way back, they were shooting across the street by the church. And I went home, and that was it. And fucking 6 months later, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy, and there they are at the fucking park.
That's crazy.
And I go, that's what they were doing. And they show the next scene, and she's at the church. Calling Jimmy Smits. And then they show another scene, and that's a complete different situation.
Right.
It's right there. I mean, all those scenes are right there.
I think that's where Pee Wee Herman rode his bike around in the park. Was that big park over there?
Was that big?
Yeah, I think it was.
Let me tell you something. That park right there. Now, after the pool, there's tennis rackets. Now, back there where they play, there's a little hidden agenda in between that place
and the library? Between the tennis and the library.
Yes. There's like 100 yards of death.
Yeah.
Nobody knows about it.
Right.
Then you got to be careful. Like if you go back there with your kid as a woman.
Oh, no way.
You better be careful.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You better see what time you go back there, and you better make sure, because there's a little encampment of homeless guys.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You got to be very careful there. And they see you by yourself with your kid. And they come over and lurk and try to play with your kid. You gotta tell them, take a hike, El Sucio. Touching my kid with your filthy fucking grubby hands and shit.
El Sucio.
But there's a black dude who lives back there who's dynamite.
Yeah.
There's a black dude back there that I've been giving cash to. He's got a lot of class and stuff. In fact, I put a bag together. This next time
Oh,
I
that's
see
nice,
him,
man.
he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's had that same clothes on for 6 months through fucking heat, storm.
Fuck, man.
He's like that's what he looks like. He's got the road warrior,
Yeah.
the real outfit. Like
Right.
I'm surprised some fucking white dude from Los Feliz hasn't found that guy and said, "I'll drop 300 on you for that outfit." That's the perfect outfit. Like you broke it down perfectly. The holes are in the right spot. The dirt's at the right place. The exact zipper is broken that we need. There's blood on the perfect location.
We got this.
This black dude is a sweetheart, but you could smell him, and I wish I was lying to you. You could smell him 4 feet
Oh, man, yeah.
away.
Wow. I think I actually know who you're talking about because I go walk past that park every morning.
Yeah, he's always dressed up
Yeah.
thick. He has
Yeah.
a scarf.
Yeah.
He's got hair with little leaves in it.
Yep.
Every time I see him, I try to throw him a fin.
Sure,
20,
man. Yeah.
$3. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some crazy glue people.
There's some 24-hour dentists around here.
We ain't going to. You know what a 24-hour dentist is gonna tell me, Lee?
They're gonna fix your fucking tongue.
No, they're gonna want to give me stitches.
So what?
Oh yeah.
Are you fucking crazy? Have you lost your?
So do the
goddamn-
laser.
What laser?
There's a laser at the dentist. I promise you.
There ain't no fucking.
They cut a
laser.
piece of
That
my
shit's
tongue
gotta be
off,
expensive as
and that's
fuck,
no.
right?
Well, I mean, he has insurance. I'm
Oh,
sure.
okay, that's good.
Listen.
Huh?
Huh?
Just hold the paper towel on it now.
Yeah,
All
just
they-
hold it down.
The whole bag.
All they fucking do is they're gonna tell me to hold on 10 minutes, let me bleed like a pig, and then come back and stitch me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what stitching is gonna do to me, okay? Okay, let me just explain to you how this process works for you.
Fix
Uncle
your
Joe.
entire problem.
They're gonna no.
A whole bunch of them.
Look at Lee cracking funnies like he fucking, you know.
Oh shit.
Let me explain to you what's gonna happen. Number one, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna walk in, and my blood pressure's gonna be 220.
So they're gonna make you sit and wait.
They're gonna torment my fucking life, okay? They're gonna torment my life while I'm there. How come your blood pressure's 240? What have you been doing all day? Well, for starters, I hate your fucking guts. Okay? 'Cause
My
you
blood
asked me a
pressure was
question.
fine before I walked in.
My
and
blood
now
pressure
it's
was
got-
tip-top magoo. I went to the doctor at 3 o'clock. It was 156 over 80 when I walked in.
Right.
And he goes, "It's a bit high." I go, "Give me 10 minutes." I kept talking to the lady in Spanish. She went back. It was 141.
Right. Right.
I'm fine. But when I got to go down there, and all I'm thinking about is you're going to sell me on stitches. I know it already. You're going to sell me on stitches. Want me to tell you what stitches entails in Uncle Joey's life right now? I'll tell you, so you don't get confused. Lee.
Please do.
I got to put my tongue on like a little piece of wood, okay?
Oh gosh.
The only thing I want to put my little tongue on is on like a little monkey. Okay? I could, like,
I'm sure he get a listener volunteer monkey.
if like fucking somebody went down there and put that monkey on, and I could rest it on their fucking
That's
little.
okay. I'll do stitches then.
Then they have to shoot a needle into that place, Lee.
Yeah, so it's you don't have to look at it. It doesn't hurt that.
No,
bad.
no, you don't have to look at it. My eyes are just looking straight up. Okay.
Just close your eyes.
No, yeah, just like that. Just like that. I'm not. Don't look at it. No. What am I looking at? What am I got? Eyes. I hope I was Woody. What's the dude
I
that
hate
died?
needles too, dude. I hate needles too.
No.
Close your eyes. And
Listen to me. I go to acupuncture. I work on my fear. Needles in your back is one thing.
On your
A
tongue,
needle
no
in your
fucking way.
kneecap, a needle in your foot, that's another thing.
On your tongue.
A needle in my tongue is like that black dude eating the chicken wing at fucking 7-Eleven.
You know where you need to go?
It would set him back 2,000 years.
Have you ever been on the 101 and got off on Van Nuys Boulevard?
Yeah, and you get ISIS waiting for you.
No, and they have.
And they find out you're a dreamer, and there you are. You did paperwork for no reason.
No, they have.
That's what's going to happen.
They have a sign for a dentist who knocks you out and puts you to sleep while he does the dentistry work. So I think maybe just do that.
Until he sees me, okay?
Did that thing looks like a cherry Vespa?
Let me teach you about life, Lisa.
About life.
Let me teach you about life.
Okay.
A guy like
Thank
you
you.
walks in there. Just like the zip line. Okay, they trick you, Lee.
They trick you at the dentist.
They trick you at the dentist.
Okay.
You go in there, the guy takes one look at you and he goes, "Yeah, I can put you out if you're built like fucking Joe Atlas. You have high blood pressure. You have sleep apnea, Lisa. I can't put you
You gotta
out."
stay awake from this shit.
Yeah, you gotta. No. If I put you out, You could die.
Yeah.
You could die.
Fuck. Okay,
Yeah,
well
you,
then,
you have to stay away.
well then I guess you have to go for the
well,
Novocaine then.
No. So the guy always has a 50-50 chance for you. You know why? Because you came in the door. Even though you were fearful, you're going to walk in there. It's like that. Remember a long time ago, you told me about the trip to Hawaii on the corners?
Right,
They
yeah.
were spinning around sign. Free trips to Hawaii, pay for taxes, $99. And I asked you what that was. What was it?
It's a timeshare scam.
Timeshare scam. Okay.
It's not a scam.
You think somebody's going to advertise, we'll put you out Novocaine? There'd be 1,000 people in there every day just dying to
Just
get
getting
put
high.
out. You don't want to get put out. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what a great feeling that is? Once you walk, that's called, you ever go on a paper, you know, I got to teach this kid something every day. You ever go on a fucking newspaper and you see, you're looking for a Honda Accord.
Right.
And all of a sudden you see one that says Honda Accord, blue on blue, 0 mileage, $69.95 a month. By the time you get there, oh my God, it's been sold out. That car never existed.
But you know what we do have.
Yeah,
but you know what we do have. I tell you, you know what you like. I bet you'll like this.
Is
one.
it $69.95? It's close.
Yeah.
And you get a little more. Come on, let me make you the deal.
Yep.
And next thing you went down there, and guess what? You're paying $109.95.
Yep.
They you ran into a Jew with Vaseline on his finger. Okay, Lee, you fucking learned something. You see how they get you? It's a price leader. So when guys like you and I walk in there, they go, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Come on, guy. You pass out. We got to get a professional Italiano just in here. You know, we just can't show up here with a Puerto Rican, with a fucking, with a Filipino with a fake paperwork. We got to show up with somebody white who knows what they're doing. Even though the last 2 anesthesiologists I have were Asian, they were tremendous. I'm still alive.
Hey, there you go. Fuck yeah.
How you doing, Lee? What's going on?
I'm doing all right. I'm just I don't want you to put crazy glue on your tongue. That's all.
Check it out. Google
He's
it.
concerned.
Crazy glue on tongue. What?
I Googled it. It's okay.
It
Yeah.
does work.
It's not toxic.
Lee,
There you go.
hold on.
Crazy glue is
Lee,
non-toxic. There you go.
Lee, who the fuck do you think you do? You think I would lie to
Shouldn't
you?
you just go to the dentist?
Why would I want to spend $2,000?
$2 on a bottle of crazy
What type
glue.
of Jew? Let me ask you something. What type of Jew are you? I'm gonna save your life. Come over here and pay me $4.99, or go to a fucking vet, sit there 3 hours of your time, and get screwed for $1,200 plus your fucking whatever. What would you do? What kind of Jew are you? Pick A and B.
Give me the
Drop it
$5
out.
I
option.
don't want to put crazy glue on my tongue. Let me see.
Why not?
Safe.
Save you $1,100.
I could get Vinny Warhead to put crazy glue on my tongue, and it'll work. You just put a little patch, and you make sure.
It just costs you one warhead. One warhead is all it's gonna cost.
Oh yeah, this person has the same problem you have. Let's see here.
He's asking the internet if it's okay to put super glue on your
He
tongue.
knows.
It is.
I think you might be okay. goddamn.
What does it say, my brother?
Lee was so upset.
'Cause it shouldn't be okay. This is like reinforcing bad behavior.
It's called American ingenuity, Lee.
There you go.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
called
yeah.
Americans getting fucking sick of getting fucking screwed in the ass.
You have good insurance you pay for.
What good is it's always they always get you
Some
with something.
copay, some bullshit.
Yeah, there's always a buy. Listen, Lee, I want you to learn something. You avoid ambulances, doctors,
I'm not telling you to take an
and whatever.
ambulance there.
Listen to me, don't matter. I always want you. Lesson number 1: avoid hospitals at all costs. Every time you walk into a hospital, they take a picture of you.
They do.
And it goes to the CIA and they go, look at this weak fuck. Every 2 weeks he's in there. He went to Vegas. He thought he got fucking Malouk in Vegas. He came back a week later with ringworm. He caught the tub on an Airbnb. He came back a week later with a swollen eye.
Caught the tub.
Every time you go to the hospital, they write that shit down, dog. Knock it off with that shit.
That's why I go to the clinic at the CVS.
There's some shit you can take care of on your own. That's like this. You know why? Because it works. It's effective. You got to go and sit in the emergency room. You know what that's like for a guy? I can't lie to anybody. I'm going to be as honest as I can with you. Over the years, it's taken me close to 10 years to work on this needle phobia I had.
Shit.
Her mother one night I was in. We did a bunch of fucking coke. It was the night where, oh my God, it was the night where they tell you, like Jerry Rocha, most likely to succeed.
Oh, you should the honors night.
I had dropped out of school the October before. I got fired from the job I took. I'm just running with these savages.
Sure.
In the daytime, I had like some part-time job. I milked that unemployment.
Fuck
In those
yeah.
days, you can milk unemployment for a year and a half. An extension. And in those days, all you had to do every Friday is hop on the bus, go down
Show
to
up.
48th Street, cross the street, stand in line for about 45 minutes maybe, get to the front, they give you an envelope with cash in it. You signed off, and then you handed them a piece of paper with where you went the last 2 weeks looking for a job.
Oh, that's great.
And then you took that little money, you walked out, and you made it right up the hill to a place called Geno's, which was Burger King and Kentucky Fried Chicken put together. Nobody knows that shit. Nobody drops it on you like Uncle Joey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's great.
And then from there, you got on the corner, you crossed the street again, and you went to America's favorite head shop, East West. And you went to East West, and you went in to stop banging that fucking bottle. You went to the back of East West, and there was a section of albums
Oh, shit.
of anybody who had played in the city the week before.
Oh,
Now,
man.
Lee, this wasn't Underworld Inc. and Pirates of the Caribbean. This was guys, Lee, that were going into every single event. Do you remember the book you gave me about music in New York City?
Love Goes to Buildings on Fire. So good.
And this it described what New York City did in 1 week in the mid 70s to like the mid 80s. Like on a Monday night, it was like one night I saw Prince on a Tuesday.
Shit.
Like when you were a year old, 84, I saw Prince on a Tuesday. He announced it at 6 o'clock. He had the hottest album in America, hottest movie in
Purple
America.
Rain.
And one night at 6 o'clock, we're at Lebrano's house lifting weights, thinking about going to the city and getting like a bag of reefer.
Right.
And they go, tonight at the Ritz, $15.
Prince.
Him, Sheila E.,
Fuck!
and
The time?
and Nucleus.
Morris Day.
So guys like you, guys that were a little on the nerdy side,
Oh, yeah.
already were 10 years ahead. They had the, you're still the tape recorder
They just bootlegged everything.
was this big.
Yeah.
They wore a jacket. Jesus Christ. They wore a jacket.
And they got every show that came to town.
And they
huh?
got every show that came to town.
Pretty good sound
The
quality,
Garden,
too.
the Ritz,
Fuck.
all the little clubs, CBGBs. So every Monday you went in there, and every Monday they had, and it was like legit companies.
Wow.
These guys were putting them all over the city, like
That's
again,
amazing.
These guys are probably making $2 per album,
But hey.
but guys like you and I would go in there and pay
I'll
them.
buy that shit for $10.
It was $4.
I'd
Remember,
fuck
a
it.
brand new album in those days was $7.
$7. Yeah.
I paid $7.95 for Sabotage.
Oh.
You're gonna come to me with a story?
And then for $4 you get Sabbath at the Garden the night before. That's amazing.
I still remember
Shit.
buying Bonzo's birthday party. It was John Bonham's birthday at the Garden,
Wow.
and he celebrated at the Garden. I remember I listened to it maybe 3 times, lent it out. I never got it back,
That's awesome, man.
but you could hear them drinking and the whole fucking deal.
Yeah, that book was amazing because he talks about how I think it starts in around 72, right? We're at 73, 74. And he says in that time, if you had the subways down right, on any given night, if you started at 6 o'clock, by midnight, you saw the beginning of 5 different genres of music, from hip hop to Latin jazz to Latin rock to electronica to punk. It was all happening every night in New York City. It was amazing. Just every night, from African Bambaataa to the Fania All Stars to the Ramones. You just saw everything. Dude, that was amazing.
And I gotta tell you something. I was too young and naive. I knew about the popular bands that were coming.
Right.
Everything was on the radio. So if you listen to WNEW, you got the lowdown on pretty much all that heavier shit.
Yeah.
If you listen to WABC, they gave you Elton John was coming to town.
Sure.
That's when Elton John would come to New York and do 5 nights at the Garden.
Every night packed, right?
Sold out.
Dude.
Cops on every fucking corner. Cops on horseback. It was like Muhammad Ali fighting Joe Frazier all over again. And that's the way it was the first time when Elton John came, and then the Who came to New York on the Who Are You tour. Are you fucking kidding me? And in those days, again, you didn't fucking, You guys are lucky. You guys complain about shit. You guys are like, oh, we got, and it's true. You guys are getting robbed. You guys got to go online, pay for a ticket, pay a fee, and then thank God he's not a middleman.
Right.
In those days, it was done very easy. They announced it the night before on WNEW.
Right.
They said tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. tickets will be available for the Who, the Clash, and Frank whatever Johansson. Here's the deal.
New York Dolls.
Each ticket is $25. We need to get 4. You need to buy a block of 4 tickets. Send the money order to P.O. Box 6480, New York City, New York. Wait 4 weeks to hear your approval.
Shit.
You sent your money and you waited like fucking Johnny Bacala. And 4 weeks later, you got your letter with your own check back. They didn't recut your check like animals that they are today.
Right.
They told you thank you for sending them. But let me tell you something. If you took it and sent it right away, because you didn't have a check, you had to wake your mother. Ma, do me a favor, Ma, how long I know you? No, Kelly, before you ask, no. You want to borrow money? No. I don't want to borrow money. I need a check. What are you talking about? Listen, I got $50. I'm going to give you $50, Ma. Look, I need for you to cut me a check for $100. No, I'm not doing that. Listen, I got an idea. Tomorrow morning, Led Zeppelin tickets go on sale. I got to put this in the I got no time to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to write this fucking check for me.
Yep.
If not, I'm not going to get to see Led Zeppelin. But the smart guys like you, Jerry, had a brilliant move. You had 3 other nerdy fucking friends.
Right.
So what you would do is, let's pretend Pink Floyd came to New York.
Right.
Pink Floyd tickets, they went on sale because I got them at either St. Peter's Prep or one of those fucking places. I forgot. I want to fucking, I'm fucked up. Let's pretend they played 5 nights. Okay, you got you, me, Kelly, and Lee.
Yep.
Lee sent in 100. You sent in 100. If we were lucky, we'd get 4 out of the 5 nights.
That's amazing.
But since we made a pact to go together, we're gonna go together all 4 fucking nights.
That's how you beat the system, baby.
And you'd go see this band. Like I did that with Judas Priest.
Wow.
In the summer of '80, I wasn't a really, really big Priest fan.
Right.
But they came to New York and they did something I had never heard of. They started on a Monday, on a hot Monday in July at the Palladium.
Shit.
And they closed out the week on a Friday.
Wow.
I knew nothing about sets. I'm not going to lie to you
Right.
and tell you I knew shit. But I was working at a lumber yard then. I was working at this place called Rendell Lumber. And I never knew what I was going to do.
Right.
Till I left there.
Right.
You understand me? Like, you can call me at 8 in the morning and go, Joey, Judas Priest is at the garden tonight. Listen, don't bother me. What time do you want to leave? 7 o'clock. I'll call you at the house at 6. Because I would get paid on Thursday, but at that place, at that time, I was getting paid every day.
Yeah.
Like, I was just going. The guy who got me the job said, listen, if you take the job, steal.
Right.
Because if not, they're going to know I was stealing.
Yeah.
If you stop stealing, they're going to know money that was missing. That's how I got this job. On 4th, like where the fuck was it? 2 blocks before the new Maison Madrid on Tunley Avenue.
Right.
You been there, Jerry?
I know what he's talking about. I've heard the story.
Her, my niece.
Yeah.
2 blocks before Maison Madrid. The new place on Tunley Avenue on 48th Street, down the block from that liquor store from the post office there. If you go 2 blocks down, what are we talking about?
Rendell Lumber.
Rendell Lumber and Marine was there.
Good lead. Look at
Rendell Lumber and Marine was a dynamic place. I went in there, and the first time I went in there, and they go, how you doing? My name is Coco. Pete sent me here for a job. They go upstairs. Richie's waiting for you. I went upstairs. Here's how stupid of a fucking kid I was. I go upstairs. I ask. Richie answers the door. He's a big dude. He sits me down. He shakes my hand. Good to see you. Do you know anything about wood? Blah, 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 blah. He goes, I could train you. He goes, okay. Let me call somebody. He calls this dude named Jack. He goes, Jack, come on up. Jack comes up, introduces himself. Let me just tell you guys how dumb I was. They go, okay, man, we're going to give you a job. You came with pretty high references and shit. They go, when do you want to start? I go, I'll start right fucking now. They go, okay. Do us a favor. Go downstairs, get a broom, and I want you to sweep this whole area, sweep my office, and sweep the stairs. So I go downstairs, I get the fucking broom. I come upstairs, I'm sweeping, and guess what? There's a domino box on the table. You know those domino boxes?
Fuck yeah.
There's nothing else on the fucking table but a domino box. I'm 16. I'm salivating from the fucking mouth everywhere I go. I'm like fucking crazy glue. Shit was just sticking to me. Even if I didn't want to steal it, it went home with me. You know what I'm saying? Even if I didn't want to steal it, it still went home to go.
Life found a way. Life found a way.
And after 15 minutes, I had to look what was in that domino box.
Sure.
And I walk up to that table and I slide that fucking box. And under there is a box filled with quarters and 3 stacks of stacks.
Oh.
And I take the top stack off and I rip a 20 out and I put it in and I close the box. And I go downstairs, and as I was going downstairs, I go, it's too late. I took the trap. He goes, all right, go outside and help Jack. About an hour later, he calls me up. He goes, listen, you clipped the 20 out of here. I almost didn't get the job.
Wow.
And I go, yes, I did. He goes, why'd you clip it? I go, I'm going to a party tonight and I needed money. And he goes, you know what, I like your honesty. Don't do it again and I'll keep you around. And I
wow.
got my word and he hired me.
That's great.
And I didn't steal for a month, but then you just couldn't fucking resist. Oh my God, it was like stealing.
That's great.
People would come in and go, how you doing? I go, how you doing? Like they would walk. First of all, he was always out in the mornings.
Right.
Which if you're an owner of a lumber yard, that's your busiest time. You know, he would stroll in around 9 going, oh, the truck's going, you know, the delivery guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing you did when you got there at 7 in the morning, like when I worked in the summer,
right.
When you walk in there at 7 in the morning, there's no breakfast.
Right.
There was no breakfast for Uncle Joey. I lived at the Benders then, and I would walk from the Benders, cross the street to Tully Avenue. That was a Greek fucking dude that sold buttered rolls and shit. Cool. And if you ate the Virginia ham, you shit blood right away. The eggs looked kind of fucked up. It was next to a transmission place. Everybody who ate there walked around with lumps around their neck and shit. The transmission dudes walked around with lumps around their neck. Fuck. They would come in for the sawdust. Wow. To put into the transmissions. Yeah. That's how kinky they were.
Damn.
So they'd always say, if your transmission goes, come see me. We fix it.
We got you. That's fun.
So I would go in there, eat, and then go in there. And Lee and Jerry, in those days, I was 16. My mother was dead. These guys paid me $8 an hour, and I would go in there in the mornings and load these trucks. And it was like a workout for me.
Yeah, sure.
I could smell the Coke and the fucking Pupa vodka and the Miller beer coming out of my fucking pores. It was early and humid in Jersey. Man. I loved all that shit. And once the trucks left, those were the drivers and the assistants. It was me and this guy Jack. And there was 2 old guys that worked inside that were as lazy as they could. Like if people would come in and go, hi, we're looking for this type of glue.
Yeah.
They would fucking pick up the phone and buzz me like, Joey, they're looking for this glue. I would have to come in and walk. Like, you guys are 10 feet away. Like, that's how lazy we were. One guy was Miss Trunzolito. Did you ever go to school with Miss Trunzolito? It was her father. God bless his soul. She was very nice. She died. It was her father, Joe Trunzolito. And the other guy was just this old guy, Jello. That was an old man that would do this. And he used to complain all the time, fucking Spicks, come over here, take our fucking job. And I would just sit there and giggle the whole time.
All right.
Jack was a great guy from Weehawken, New Jersey. Problem with Jack was the first person in all of my life that I ever saw lose his mind when he did coke.
Oh, wow.
I know certain people that their jaw goes. This guy made them look. He would go like this. He'd be talking to you. And he would stay out all night on Friday and not show up to work on Saturday. Shit. Which in Richie's eyes was a no-no at that job. He didn't give a fuck what you did all week. Do me a favor. Show up here on Saturdays or busiest days. Right. 9 out of 10 I won't come, so I need you here. Yeah. He would show up on Saturdays at 12, fucking coked up. Shit. And he'd be doing this shit. And they would say, what are you doing here? And he goes, I'm I'm here to see Richie. I need an advance. And the guy would go, Richie's out of town. Come on, somebody's got to deck me at 20. Come on, that was the first time I saw somebody fucking creeping.
Wow.
He got really creepy.
Fuck, man.
And I would go in there and I would sit there after the delivery trucks. Listen to me, Kelly. I was about 16. I was going out every night. In those days, all you needed was $20 if you were a normal kid. $20 and you were a pimp. You could buy a girl a 6-pack and shit and fucking hang out with them. I was going in there at about 9:30. These dudes would come in and go, how you doing, man? We went out front and they said you were here. And I go, yeah. And I go, what do you need? And they go, we need 5 sheets of 4x8 half-inch on paper, but we need 55 sheets off paper. You got a number for us? And I would have to do math right there. Like the sheets were $80, give me 40 a piece. You want 50 of them, fucking 2,000. I mean, it was mind-boggling. And they would go, would you throw in 5 pieces of linoleum, give me an extra, $50. There was days I would walk out of there with $2,000-$3,000. I was 16 years old. I was paying $25. I wasn't even paying rent at the Benders. And I was taking that money and blowing it at the age of fucking 16 in 2 or 3 days, dog.
It was all gone.
Gone. Snorting, buying albums.
Right.
I would go into the city to the village like a big shot.
Man.
I would go into the city and fucking go to those places. I forget what the fucking place I used to go to. I would go there. I would go to place, Things from England, and they had every album that would get released here.
Right.
Only the albums that got released in England, how it got released.
The imports and shit.
So, Hellbent for Leather in England is really Killing Machine.
Yeah.
So you could go online and buy Killing Machine for like $2,000 today. If I would have bought 10 of those things 30 years ago,
man,
I would have been swimming in dough right now. I would have been hanging out with Kelly in the Pacific, smoking blunts like Snoop Dogg and shit.
That's great.
Where you at these next couple weeks?
End of September, I'm in Dallas headlining the Hyenas Club.
Really?
And the beginning of October, headlining Fort Worth. So
you got a website now?
Yeah, JerryRochaComedy.com.
Listen, man, I've known you for 15 years, right?
A little bit. Yeah, probably a little bit longer. Yeah, man.
I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you, buddy.
And you kept coming up here, and then you would go back.
Yeah.
Then you would come up and work at the fucking movie theater.
Yeah.
Where'd you work?
Bookstore. That's in the movie theater. It's in the old movie theater. The bookstore in the old movie theater, yep.
And you're knocking on the door.
Thanks,
right
buddy.
there.
We'll
It's
see.
amazing.
I appreciate it,
It's
man.
really cool to see, bro.
Dude, that means a
when
lot.
you
coming
see
from
the
you,
evolution of somebody, but you on the other side saw, when I started working with you, you were emceeing, and I was featuring.
Yeah.
And we were in El Paso working for garbage headliners.
You would blow them out of the water. I'll never forget that, dude. You would blow them out of the
because
water.
I was training at the comedy store.
Yeah, man.
I was training at the fucking comedy store.
You would blow those dudes out of the water. It would.
And then I would do 25. Remember, I had 15 minutes of heat.
Yeah.
From the comedy store.
Right.
And then I would improvise towards the end.
Sure.
Bail myself out of there. I remember being in El Paso thousands of times and dying on stage.
Oh yeah.
Improvising on Tuesday night on military night.
Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
But. That's where you learn to become a fucking comic in those rooms, man.
No question.
So it's still on Netflix.
It's going to be there hopefully for a bit. It's called.
I watched the beginning of it
Yeah.
with you with Gabriel bringing
Yeah, man.
the fucking thing.
Thank you, buddy.
And I got fucking goosebumps.
Oh, it means a lot, man.
I knew that kid when he was fucking living in La Bamba Boulevard. Then you moved to Austin, right?
No, it was always in Dallas, and then
Dallas.
and then so I went to New York, and then
you got mugged.
Yeah. Remember, I still stayed for about another couple of months, and then I came back to Texas, and I floated between Dallas and Laredo, right? And then I came out here. Then I was with the first Psycho, remember Jersey? And then I went back to Texas.
Be careful, because she might be listening.
Yeah, I know. I went back to
I
Texas.
got a restraining order of words last time I was around you.
And then I went to Texas for a few months, and I came back, and I've been here ever since. Yeah, it's been amazing, dude. It's finally feels good. Like okay. Maybe, like you said, maybe I am knocking at the door. It feels
You're
nice.
knocking at the door.
Thanks,
That's
buddy.
just the way to fucking describe it, man.
Thanks.
Well, me, I'm going to be at the Ice House Saturday night, 7:30 show, working out with Uncle Joey. It's that plain and that fucking simple, all right? Number 2, let me talk to you people about something. Today, while you're listening to this, you know what today starts? Jesus Christ. It looks like Pulp Fiction.
I know, that's how this shit looks like Silence of the Lambs.
Look at this shit.
Fucking sheet. It looks like Jackson Pollock with blood.
This is terrible. This is really terrible. Gee,
But I mean, it's not bleeding as much now. I think you might be avoiding the hospital, which is good.
my wife is gonna fucking go crazy.
I thought you were going the crazy glue route.
It doesn't matter. Even with the crazy glue, she's gonna know something's up.
Someone tweeted that if you do the crazy glue, you could lose your taste buds.
Listen, I lost my taste buds 18 fucking years ago.
At that Chinese buffet in El Paso.
Chinese buffet. There was a Korean girl one time. She was stripping at this place, at a BYOB place, and I was living in the halfway house.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
And it's 1988. Listen, what's today's date?
Was it the 6th, 2007? September 6th, 2017?
9/9 of 89.
Wow.
Was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. Which is how long ago?
89. Jeez.
28 years.
28 years ago, on Saturday night, I got married to that chick that hung out with me while I was in prison.
Oh, man.
She was knocked up, and I married her. And my best man was her uncle. And the wedding starts at 1. They're supposed to land at 8. He's at a wedding the night before. He's supposed to land at 8 o'clock in the morning. He's delayed. We're at this Catholic church with a bunch of white people sitting around waiting for something to happen. And her uncle walks in just fucked up to the gills.
Oh, man.
I hug him and ask him, where's the package? Where? He's like, give me 5 minutes. I'm fucked up. I just got off a plane. It was fucking hysterical.
Oh, that's...
My wife and everybody in the room knew what was going on. The priest, Father Tom, was such a cool motherfucker. He came up to me and goes, I know I love you, buddy, but you got to get a stand in. This is not good.
Oh, man.
We got married. We went to the reception. Nebraska was playing Colorado. It was the biggest fucking game of the year to open up the fucking college football season. My wife refused to fucking even let us walk to the back room. Her uncle did not give a fuck. Wow. He went upstairs, rented a room, took a TV out from the room, carried it downstairs to the wedding reception, got a table, paid a busboy another $50 to go around the corner to the hardware store and buy an extension cord. That motherfucker plugged the TV in. And he watched the Nebraska Colorado game.
How much did he put on the game?
He must have put thousands on the game. On top of that,
They're coming for you, Joey. They heard what you said about their wings.
He had the extension. He was jacked up.
Wow.
And he fucking watched the game.
The whole
time.
time.
To boot, everybody left the dance floor and went and watched the Colorado-Nebraska game. You understand me? Me, I thought it was hilarious. I got a sense of humor.
Of course.
My wife even,
not so happy.
My wife even brought it up at divorce court.
Wow.
Even brought it up at divorce
It
court.
was her side of the family.
Yeah, how's that on you? Jesus.
It was my side of the family.
Oh, I thought you said it was her uncle.
No, it was her uncle. But
her uncle, you dumb fuck.
Her uncle.
Still not your fault.
Step off my wire, goddammit. That size 14 foot of yours. That was fucking crazy. That was fucking crazy. Then another time he came back to visit me in Colorado. We get off the plane. We get fucked up in the afternoon. I went to court and got 3 days off of community corrections. I was out of community corrections. That means they couldn't piss me. I was out of their jurisdiction. The motherfucker tricked me. I told him I'd be out of town at 5. He knocked on my door at 2.
Oh,
me and her uncle and another friend, an alias I can't remember his name. We're in there, fucking gagged to the gills. This probation officer kept knocking. Dog, if I would have opened the door, I would have gone to prison.
Shit.
I refused to open the door, and the guy left. He kept saying, "We know you're in there."
Damn.
Then when I saw him 3 days later, he pissed me, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I knew you were in there, you fuck."
Shit.
Crazy shit, Jerry. Now I look at her. I still remember when I went back. I robbed the fucking jewelry store, and I had to hide in Sarasota, Florida for like 6 weeks.
Damn.
And I fucking went back home, and she was crawling around and shit. And I'm upstairs going down. So we had a little basement apartment. It was the original Voodoo Lounge before the Rolling Stones. We had a weightlifting room in the back. We had a bar, a bench that did an incline. We had dumbbells to do bent over rows.
That's dope.
It was a Puerto Rican gym, but it fucking worked, Jack. We stole a chair and we took the seat off it. You see this seat?
Yeah, sure.
Take the seat off this, Lee, and take the bottom off this. If it has 4 legs, what does this make this chair? I want you to use your 4 years of creativity at Emerson College.
All right, say it one more time. That's a lot of information.
If this chair had
Right.
4 legs,
Right.
without the bottom,
Right.
and I took this fucking piece of chair out, and I
Right.
couldn't sit here, what would this make it? A dipping station, okay? So we would put our feet up and do fucking dips. So we all walked around with big triceps.
Ready.
We had a Puerto Rican gym, if you ever saw one. And then the other room, we shoplifted albums from Pathmark.
Oh, wow.
And we took the albums and we hung the album covers on the wall around the whole thing.
Yeah.
From Pat Benatar to Judas Priest, Hellbent for Leather,
That's
to Sad
awesome.
Wings to Destiny. We put carpeting in there. We put 2 beds down there. And that was our bedroom.
That's
We had
great.
cable TV. Plus, that was our big jump. Because cable TV in those days was $9.95 and you had everything with HBO.
Wow.
Or you can knock on next door neighbor. Mike Tabasco worked for HBO, cable TV. And for $200, you had the lifetime plan plus Playboy before it was even invented.
Damn.
You got videos direct of little boys playing handball in Thailand, getting chased by chubby white dudes from New York City. That's what you got on HBO then.
Wow.
Up on the pole, there was a trap. And he would put the trap on and shit and cover it. So you had cable for years. Then one day, the cable went dead, and you had to call Mikey T, and he'd come over and climb the pole and stuff.
Sure.
But you got every channel.
That's great.
You got ping pong from New Zealand. You got shit that wasn't even on yet,
That's
motherfuckers.
great.
Don't forget, bitches, this Saturday night, I'm at the Ice House. The following Saturday, I'm in Oklahoma at the casino. And then the following week, 2 weeks later, I'm at the Pittsburgh Improv, one of my favorite clubs in the fucking country. But anyway, I want to talk to you people about something. Like I said before, ever since I started the podcast with Lee, people always want to ask for advice on the weekends, especially gambling advice. They know that I work for a sports betting service, and they know that I know little dumb fucking things about betting, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I bet all the time, but I will give you good advice on one thing, all right? I don't know who's going to win Thursday night. I don't know who's going to win Friday. I don't know who's going to win Saturday. I don't know who's going to win. But I tell you what I do know. Why know who the hell win if you're going to get beat? Right or wrong? Where it's as important where you're betting as what you're betting on. So that's always what I tell people to go with. MyBookie.ag. MyBookie has been in business for years. Their rep is rock solid. They do 100% cash bonuses. So off that bar, you're making money for doing nothing. And they have the fastest payouts. Seriously, just 2 business days. You know who's going to win, right? Yeah, great. That's phenomenal. Lay down some cash and win big today. I would only recommend this service to my listeners that have been good to me and my friends and the people around me. That's why I'm urging you to make your way to mybookie.ag. You win, and guess what? They pay. It's that easy. They have an in-game live betting, the most rewarding player perks in the business, and an all-new mobile site that makes wagering on the go a breeze. Join now, and MyBookie will match your deposit up to 100% bonus of your first deposit up to $1,000. Are you listening to what I'm saying to you guys? That is the deal of a century. Just log on, go to mybookie.ag, and use promo code CHURCH to activate. I'm a little on the stone side, people. You know what I'm saying? But work it out with me. To activate the offer, all right? Visit MyBookieAG today. Use promo code CHURCH. CHURCH today. You play, you win, you get paid, all right? You got locks, you got money to win, Go to mybookie.ag.
Promo code church.
Promo code church. I'm starting that. I'm still bleeding from my lip.
Tongue.
That's how tough I am. I could have tapped out on the podcast. I'm still here with my main man, Jerry LaRocca, my main man, Lee Syatt, the original Christ killer, and my beautiful niece, fucking Kelly LeBrock.
You're like fucking LaMotta. You couldn't get me down. You
What am I
couldn't get me
gonna
down. Couldn't get me down.
As long as I can use the crazy glue,
You're good.
we're on a mission to 7-Eleven. You
Crazy
understand
Glue
me?
better send you like a big case now after this or something.
Why is that?
Because you're gonna be like
The poster boy.
Yeah, poster boy for
Who gives
Crazy
a
Glue.
fuck? I know for years people get stabbed in prison. What do you think they do? They put crazy glue in the cut.
You could be a great
That
spokesperson for
code,
Crazy Glue.
you just dope a little fucking that yellow tube, an antibiotic.
You get stabbed
you
in
put that
prison.
scheme together.
Crazy
For
Glue.
a couple of weeks, you walk around with a slant. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like, you okay? I'm okay. I just got a little hypnotherapy and shit. I love you, motherfuckers. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for supporting the church.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Jerry LaRocca, like I
Thank
said,
you,
I'm
man.
very, very proud of you. What's your website again?
JerryRochaComedy.com.
I love you, motherfuckers.
Love you too, brother. Thank you, man.
Go to his website, check him out. He's my brother from a different mother. If he comes to your town, check him out, man. This guy's deep. He's been family for years, and he's
Thanks,
going to
man.
entertain you. He makes me fucking laugh.
Thank you,
He's
Joe.
told me he has one of the best bits I've ever heard. I know he's not doing it anymore, but it was always one of my all-time favorites. If you want to hear it, go buy his old CDs. Go fuck yourself. Have a great weekend. The church, my main man, Lee Syatt, my beautiful niece, Kelly LeBrock. I love you, motherfuckers. Stay black. Have a great weekend.